All right, I want to see who gonna get their ass beat this week. One of these days, I'm gonna have somebody ask the questions. I want to whip somebody's ass.
Let me ask questions.
It's too late now. Name a kids movie that most adults have seen too.
The Lion King.
Home Alone. Home Alone 2. Lion King 2. Fantasia.
Nigga throw a twos behind.
Nobody got it yet?
No.
Toy Story.
No.
Name a kids movie
That most adults have seen too.
Home Alone would be a good one.
Yeah, I think
It is a good one, but it's not.
Is it a cartoon? We
it's
can
a
ask
cartoon?
these questions.
Yes.
Cinderella. Beauty and the Beast.
A Bug's Life.
You ain't gonna get this Shrek.
Shrek? I
Yeah,
fucked with
Shrek
Shrek.
should've-
I
yeah.
fucked with Shrek.
You fuck with
That's a pretty good
Shrek.
one.
Shrek was more aimed towards the teenagers and adults. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
They don't start being a cartoon analyst. Name something that spies in movies always carry.
A watch.
A bag.
Oh, a pen. They got them pen that they always...
No.
No? A gun.
Weapon is the number one answer.
Yes.
Bianca said a bag.
Of weapons.
With my got all my shit in here, nigga.
Oh, no, where I'm gonna sleep at tonight.
Name a school subject that people often become
Math.
bad at
Math.
in adultment.
Math. Nigga.
No, you don't get
Math.
that. No, because you didn't finish the question.
It don't matter. I knew the answer.
Too bad. Next. Nope.
What the fuck? She stopped making the rules.
How we gonna settle this?
Nigga, I
No.
won. She mad
I'm nervous right now.
Nigga, I said math because I knew the
He
answer.
didn't even finish. Okay, go ahead. Go,
Okay.
you go ahead.
I could have been wrong.
No,
if
you
would've-
just gotta
if you
write
would've
it
guessed-
down.
You got
If you would have guessed it, if I was wrong, you would have
No.
guessed it. You'd have been like,
You got it. You're right. You
exactly.
Name the thing you fear most
Spiders.
doing during an important job interview.
Stuttering.
I was going to say stutter.
Lying. The questionnaire.
Your
questionnaire.
your fly is open.
Name the thing you fear most of doing during an
Farting.
interview, during a
Oh,
job
that's a good
interview.
one. Huh? Not
Start
farting.
sounding stupid.
What?
I almost gave stuttering that, but that would be like rude to people who stutter. You don't sound stupid.
You sound stut.
Damn, nigga, you sounded stupid. What the fuck? Could you just get it out?
You sound stupid to me. Nah.
All right, let me see. Which Christmas movie is played most often over
Home
the
Alone.
holidays?
A Christmas Story.
Was it a Christmas Story or Home Alone?
It was a Christmas Story. See, when you answer early, then
I
you
fucked
leave
with
a
the Christmas
gap.
Story though.
Christmas-
I watch a Christmas Story every year.
That's right. It's always
Yo,
played.
when Ralphie almost shot his eye out.
The Red Rider.
Come on, man.
Nigga
That's my
said
shit.
Ralphie.
When
That's his name.
you remember when his brother got beat up? Like his brother was in that damn
was there
coat.
Ralphie?
Remember Ralphie went off and beat everybody ass? Oh, nigga.
All right, a great memories. Name a U.S. city known for having great weather.
Miami.
L.A. Miami.
We were just talking about Miami before the show.
We were.
We were having ratchet moments. Name something sold door to door.
Vacuums.
Vacuum.
Knives.
Oh, right.
It was vacuums, but who said it first?
Weapons.
We both said vacuums.
All right, well, no points. All right, you know what? I can give y'all both
We
points.
said vacuums.
Tied 3-3. But
Vacuums.
Cortez stuttered. He was over there sounding stupid.
Stupid.
Y'all about to get it bad.
People gonna write in with fucked up letters.
You motherfuckers.
Yo, Harlem Nights, the best stuttering I ever seen in my life.
That was a good one.
That was a goddamn good one.
It made it cool to stutter as long
Yeah.
as you wore nice suits.
The suits in that fur jacket.
I'm not going there with y'all.
Name something the Three Stooges do while fighting that you'd be surprised
Hit each
to
other on the
see a
head.
pro
Oh.
boxer do.
Poke him in the eye.
Yeah, that's
I used to
good.
hate that shit when they used to boink.
Shit never
was
like
it.
really hurted me.
Right.
What about this?
Oh, he would block it.
The defense.
The block on
That
the
was so
dog.
stupid. Name something on
Hold
TV
on, hold on,
that
hold on, hold on.
causes
Hold on. What were their names though? It was
Mo, Larry, and
Curly
Curly.
and Mo.
Mo. What was it?
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah. What were their names? Well, you young generation. Name something on TV that causes people to yell at their screens.
Football. Get sports. Yo,
That
but
was
we
really
yell.
good.
Hey, bro. But this young generation grew up on Bow Wow, nigga.
I used to watch the Three Stooges while Bow Wow played in the background.
Why it was Harlem shaking?
This nigga Ryan mind is all over the place. Like I was watching this black and white TV show and listen to my CDs at the same damn time.
What the fuck is my Bow Wow VHS tape?
Good, Cortez.
Welcome, everybody. We are back.
Oh, I did win, huh?
You did.
Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose.
If you lose in life, you win in games.
Wow. That was tough. That was fucking tough.
Hey, I didn't get in on that one.
Listen, this fool just looked and shook his head. Rod will look and shake his head like he thinking about shit.
I was about to say something. I'm like, shit, you hit him hard enough.
In the middle of the shake. No, it's okay.
It's like Mike Tyson knocking you out, then you come in and do an elbow drop.
Right.
Like there's no reason for that.
No,
it's like
Cortez,
overkill.
you're winning.
Man, I'm trying to get there.
You're winning. It's a light win.
Hey, man.
That's a little win. We're all winning on the Urban Absurdity Podcast. My name is Ron.
My name is Cortez.
And it's Bianca, as you know.
How's that?
I'm the same fucking people.
But we in this bitch tonight.
It's us.
We in her. That's how they say it in St. Louis.
Hey, I'm going to give my first apology. And the reason I'm going to do it is because I was going back, I was listening to the episodes. I think it was last week that I just kind of went in. I was trying to give credit, and then I really just annihilated her. Well, in my opinion, she don't give a fuck. But I would like to apologize for saying that Cardi B just fucking disgusted me. And somebody said at work, like, bro, you went a little bit too hard. And I apologize. Sometimes I think the drink get to me, and I said it like 4 times. Like when you go back and listen to the show, you don't realize what the fuck's going on.
I think we should fix it before we become bigger. And I think we should.
Yeah, because I love giving my opinions, but it was like on that, it was like I was just like, no, her fucking personality just fucking disgusted me. She's fucking disgusting. She's
It is.
That's all I kept saying.
It is great that you acknowledge that and that we address it and fix it before it becomes. Hey, people, when you notice that there's an issue, and for Ron to do that, that's major. Yeah. Or you didn't know that there's an issue when you actually come back. No one even asked you about correcting it, but you correct it on your own.
I didn't see nothing wrong with it.
That is
no. It was just like it was going up. Because first of all, I brought it up like just to say, okay, I see the growth. I see she's almost at the top. I saw the journey. You know what I mean? And I was just giving props for it. But then at the same time, like out of nowhere, like I just started bashing the hell out of her at the same time.
Well,
so it really didn't mix it. You know, it was no cohesiveness in the statement.
It was love and hate.
Yeah, it was, but the hate was previously. Like I said, that's gone. Like I'm not gonna say she annoys me now. Like she's being her now. But at first, when she wasn't, like when she was just Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop, no, I didn't like her. You know, everybody watches these shows, even though I wasn't a huge fan. But I got a person in the house who watches it. You always have your favorite, and she was just like my least favorite. I think I can say that without apologizing. She wasn't my favorite, so
yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody has their favorite. She just wasn't one. I just shouldn't have went that hard.
Party with Cardi.
I think sometimes we dislike things that we don't understand sometimes. You know what I mean? Like we wonder, why the fuck does this person act this way? And then sometimes when we start to understand why they act that way, then we're like, oh, I fucking get it.
Do that work. You know what people say when new people come around, they be like, dude, don't worry about Ron. He from Chicago. And I guess because I know a lot of people from Chicago that come here too. It's like it's just a different. You meet some mild-mannered people from Chicago, but most of us a little bit aggressive, and that's how they just like explain without saying like 1,000 words. Like, don't worry about him. He ain't from here. So, but yeah.
No, if you've been an asshole, you just been an asshole.
No, it's different though. Not just being an asshole, just everything.
Ron, you're an asshole.
I am. I agree with that. I tell people I'm an asshole. But
I was about to say, I have family from Chicago and you're an asshole.
You could kind of tell.
An asshole.
You could kind of tell where people from.
You not saying,
like New York has a certain like just the way they talk, the way they carry themselves.
No, New York are real. They're real assholes.
Nigga, you from the same place R. Kelly from.
and it starts.
Damn, where the fuck did that come
from? and it starts.
When you was talking about, you could tell where somebody's from. Like you
kind of can though.
But do you feel like when people look at R. Kelly, they know you from Chicago, and look at you, know you from Chicago?
Ooh.
If they do.
But it was always
Something
broadcast
is kinda
that R.
fucked
Kelly
up.
is from Chicago. Like R. Kelly, like I'm not gonna compare myself to him because he's a fucking pervert. He's a pedophile, so not a great comparison.
That's what I wanted to check you on. You remember a few episodes back when we was talking about how you were saying like you don't know why they came out with this documentary because this shit is pointless.
Oh, look at this. We're going back in time.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
It wasn't pointless. He went to fucking jail. Like they really did an investigation on this nigga and people start coming forward, bro.
Yeah.
And it's all because more people was knowledgeable about it. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, of course, some people was knowledgeable about it from the get-go. Mm-hmm. But then, like, when you broadcast all these stories in front of a broader audience, then everybody's kind of on that shit. Like, they brought a video back from the 90s, nigga?
Got him.
From the 90s, nigga? Somebody turned in a video from the 90s?
I wonder how somebody else had it in their possession, though.
That's what I want to know. But that's the thing, though. Like, everybody was coming down. You remember the manager? He went to jail first because they were saying, like, he was the one soliciting the bitches. I mean, the young girls.
I was about to say, golly, you made so much
Bro,
progress.
you were on such a great path.
He made such great progress.
It was a Red Bull.
It just shot himself in the foot.
It was a Red Bull.
You know what, guys? Let this be
Red
be a reminder. You can come in with the best, and one word could fuck up. One moment could fuck up all your hard work.
I carried it on a little worse than what it was.
Listen,
I stopped myself mid-sentence. I said,
No, it was already out.
That was out.
It was already out.
Rewind the tape.
Cut this part out.
Let
me finish my goddamn statement.
Oh no, we ain't gonna cut it out. Proceed, but we ain't gonna cut that out.
Listen, gonna be like when they talk to the females. Like on BET. It's gonna be somebody females.
I'm gonna Bianca voice you over. You gonna turn to her voice for a second.
What the fuck just happened?
So
it was a reason.
It was a reason.
I'm about to say that was a dramatic effect for a pause. All right, I will say this. Yes, justice is starting to look like it's gonna be served, and I hope it is. Like, I was never saying I'm defending this nigga. I just didn't like the idea of
the documentary.
How all of a sudden you got this documentary out like 20 years later. I think they were doing it more for them. But yeah, the trickle down effect has reached him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So yeah,
because he was. I mean, like nobody was fucking with him. You know what I mean? For a long time.
Yeah.
And then this video come out, and now this nigga like really nigga went to jail and had to really bail himself out. They not fucking.
He didn't even bail himself out. What is it about? Okay, now he met a woman on a cruise, and she paid his $100,000 bond. That was $100,000 cash because the bond was $1 million. She had received a settlement from a wrongful death suit of her daughter, and she spent $100,000 of it on R. Kelly.
And then let me not say, I'm not. The Lord is telling me not to say it, so I'm not going to say it about.
Tell me
lady.
so I can say it.
What? I think you should say it on the air. You're being very rude.
Well, I'm not going to say it, but see, I was going to have Cortez say it because he just is scared.
What could this be if you won't say it?
How? You know what? Because like they can hear. Basically, okay, here's what I just want to say. So this lady, her daughter died wrongfully, and she got money for it. And you gonna help a wrong nigga?
Or another, right?
You gonna take her money because that's what you got it for, and use it for a nigga that's doing other people's daughters wrong.
Right.
I'm confused. I'm very, but you know what? I've seen a lot from women lately that normally I guess this is going to bring me into this. I must apologize to some men. I will apologize because sometimes as a woman, and I don't know if men feel this way too. I've heard some men say this, but sometimes as a woman, if you know that you're a good woman, not just saying that you are and other people tell you, no, you really are.
Yeah.
Then it's hard to think that there are other women who are like horrible. You know what I mean? You would think that when they get into relationships or some shit like that happens, you think, no, like there's a reason. And in some cases, there may be a reason. And then in some cases, females can just be fucking horrible human beings. Like there are some females who are just fucking horrible. So it was always hard for me to believe like, nah, she ain't just doing that for no reason. Mm-hmm. Some females do fucked up shit for no reason. So I have to say all the times that I've taken up for women in certain situations, some of them may have not even deserved the right to be taken up for. So fellas, if I've ever had an argument with you or a debate or just, great conversation. Mm-hmm. And I didn't look at the point of view that you had in talking about women that you've dealt with. I apologize. Look at you. You apologize and I'm apologizing.
I was about to say.
What's next?
This is the first.
For shit.
You already did. You said bitches and you
already, you had to apologize about 5 minutes in.
I said bitch and then I said
no, you said
women.
It came out.
Too short said it, but we knew what he was talking about.
I think that came out. We're going to have to play tape. We're going to do R. Kelly play tape here. I didn't see that.
Don't run that shit back.
They're going to run it back when they listen to it.
Rewind. 10 seconds. It's like 10 or 30. I think it's like 30 seconds. What we got on the list,
OG Ron?
Oh, God.
The calling police on black people trend stopped for a minute and it's back now.
How many calls have been made? We have before it's been back. Was it just one? Because it could be a light.
I would say
drizzle.
It didn't stop.
Not a heavy rain.
It didn't completely stop. There was at least about once a month, but it was like that 1 month where it was like 5 or 6.
I remember.
And everybody was talking about it.
Like back to back.
Back to back. But this one was weird because
why are you laughing, fool?
Yeah, what's going on?
Right, you got like this one strand of sweat like this.
Hey man, I'm not paying attention to you right now.
There's one sweat.
I think he's over here boiling broccoli again, and everything is funny.
Oh
there's one tear.
Don't tell me you there already.
Did you boil today?
No, I don't do no such things.
Oh, that means yes. Look,
I don't partake in broccoli no more.
That is it.
I'm on cauliflower.
Is it a different veggie?
Who the hell stops a topic for a little sweat?
I was about to say, is this celery? Well,
it was so dramatic, man.
It was taking his time.
Yeah.
Well,
it was like right here was all the stress.
Who would stop a topic for? Well, maybe if you were banging and then you're like, you sweat on me. You know what I mean? Then you got to stop.
Is it my eye?
Yeah.
Like nowhere else was he sweating except for this one Denzel Washington glory.
That's how you do the topic. Was going to be good.
God damn, nigga.
I'm about to go on, like before I get into the topic, she just said something about sweating on somebody, like during sex.
Yes.
That is kind of weird, like when you just like overly sweating and you dripping sweat on a motherfucker and they say something.
Right.
Like that's weird, but
dude,
I'm about to tell you one weird thing. And I don't know if this was because, and this is way before Tasha, I always have to put the disclaimers out. But it's always like for a man,
dude.
have you ever... And I'm going to ask you, I can ask Bianca.
Way before Tasha. He put the way in there.
Yeah, way like 20 years ago.
Yeah. I was 5 when this happened.
Have you ever thought you were putting in work? Because, men, we be gentlemen. We gentlemen.
Right,
like, motherfuckers sweating and shit, you wiped it off. You know what I mean? You know, you working it.
Yeah.
You ever reached out, try to wipe off some sweat and it wasn't like she was just straight? I have.
Hold on. What you mean wipe off the sweat?
Wipe off sweat like you been a gentleman, like you working the hell out of a fucking chick. They sweating, you just wiping her shit, like you know what I mean. You never did that.
Wiping what though? What are we wiping?
Her head. What the fuck was she sweat at? Her forehead.
Nah, I ain't never been in nothing dramatic like that.
You ain't never worked the chick so hard, you just sweating profusely, and you just like.
I'm more of a I don't like that shit. So if you sweat,
you don't like a woman with you ain't making her sweat. You ain't working it hard enough.
Well, maybe I'm not. Need some goddamn porners out here. Because I don't got that much time to even sweat. I'm in there.
Oh, my God. Cortez, don't put that out there on the air.
A good 3 to 5. I'm in and out of there, man.
This is going live.
You can make a woman sweat in 5 minutes.
Oh, well.
I know because this was before I was fat. Like, I was thin. You know what I mean? Like, they was sweating.
Bro.
Make this go live now.
Hold on. This was when? Way before Tasha?
This is about 99.
This nigga bragging. This nigga over. Hey, when I was
Oh, we're going to go to the next topic before I get in trouble.
I was raining.
You said 99. Dun,
Doing it to the instrumental. Like, I don't even want to hear that nigga voice. We're going to make our own tune in here.
They doing it to Bow Wow Wow.
Oh,
where
Bow
my
Wow
dogs
once
at?
in a while.
Let me hear you now.
All right.
This is some goddamn puppy love. Your Ron is fucking a puppy.
I think it would be worse than R. Kelly if you did that fucking puppy love.
This nigga Ron talking about, I don't know what you do, but this nigga was a Bow Wow and Sierra fan. This nigga wanted to be down so bad. This nigga grew up with Ronald Isley talking about
Hell no.
Bow Wow was in when he was growing up.
This motherfucker. I'm not.
I cannot let this go.
Puppy love. I'm
love.
over it. I'm done. I can.
Alexa, play Puppy Love. Hell no.
This nigga talking about my heart used to be in this icebox. He just switched over to goddamn B2K, man. I'm on y'all.
Oh my god.
You was just growing up, wasn't you?
Hey, bro, something's wrong with you.
Bro,
Dog Park Debbie popped up this week, man.
I've seen, yes.
We seen.
And she called the police on a black man and basically said that his dog was humping her dog at a dog park in Massachusetts. Mm-hmm. And my problem with this is, all right, first of all, that's what dogs do. Like, who's to say, like, I don't know what kind of dogs they were. But who's to say your dog didn't fucking, she wasn't flirting or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And would she have called the police on him if he wasn't black? Would it be cool? Because that's what dogs do. They play around. They meet each other. They sniff. That's what, first of all, dogs sniff butt off the top. That's like a human handshake.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she called the police, and then there was another one there, and she kind of came up and was like, not cursing them out, but basically saying, okay, you're wrong, and blah, blah, blah. Like, first of all, how do you control a dog? Like, you don't, like, do you talk to your dog and say, okay, look, there going to be some girls up here, you know what I mean? You make sure you behave. Like, that's just not possible.
Hold on, let me ask this question first. The dog humped the other dog. But did the dog actually have sex with this dog? My question is...
The woman actually said sexual harassment.
Well, my question is because for females, even though they hump, it's usually when the dog is in heat, right? So I'm wondering, was her dog out freely and this dog was in heat? Or was it just a hump like dogs do?
I can't believe we are breaking this down. Like
because
this.
you
gotta
have
break it down.
Well, the reason being is because if your dog is in heat, they're not supposed to be around other dogs for that specific reason. Like,
but I'm saying, like, is there like some law where the other dogs can't hump other dogs?
Not saying that is. Well, I'm saying that
if there ain't no law, then what if it was broken?
I'm saying that for a reason because period.
Her dog's back was broken.
Her dog shouldn't have been. Her dog shouldn't have been there.
That dog was probably giving it to her so good she was sweating. You had to wipe the sweat off that bitch.
I don't think.
Tell me that wasn't in the right content.
Listen.
Come on, did you see that coming?
Listen,
No, I didn't.
Exactly.
That came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere, but it fit, didn't it?
I didn't hear it.
I ain't got to apologize for that one.
I don't know if it fit. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of right now. Did it fit?
Rewind the tape. I didn't.
Oh, this nigga Rod is good. That was a good one. Did it fit?
I have no idea if it fit. But, like, just like you said, like, is there a thing with dogs? Like, could you fucking prosecute a dog for sexual harassment? It's like, why are you calling the police?
Well, let's see. What state were they in?
But
They were in Massachusetts.
Great. Okay.
Yo,
That's a weird word to say.
I know. I do believe
Both of y'all
that
said fuck
there
up.
should be a law. You can't just be going around just putting your dick in any dog. Especially since dogs got rights now.
That's what. Wait a minute, dogs got rights?
Man, you see Mike Vick went to jail?
Oh yeah.
Oh well, he was.
I mean, they got the right not to be killed, but I don't know about
he was
hump.
fighting dogs. Like,
But I'm talking about anything. I mean, like even if you beat your dog, you can go to jail.
it is animal cruelty.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got rights, man.
If you wear a dog fur coat, you going to jail.
Yeah, you better be careful, nigga.
I've been telling me y'all.
First of all, mine is straight squirrel. Okay. By the straight squirrel. It took 109 squirrels to get together.
Not 109. Your shit is flossy.
You know what I'm telling you?
A whole neighborhood had to come.
But they did. They got the whole tree. But what happened is they can't stitch it together until I put the final down payment. So as soon as this shit blow up, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming out with the coat.
I was gonna ask you.
Hey, bro, this dude is hyped this episode. What's up?
I was gonna ask your old ass something. You was talking about squirrel. Oh, back in your day, right? Why was people into rabbit tails, bunny tails?
Oh, like on the back of their hats.
Yeah, well,
The raccoon. No, that was the raccoon.
No, not on the back of their hats. I'm talking about their keychain.
The rabbit's foot.
The rabbit's foot. That's
it was
crazy
lucky.
shit.
It's supposed to bring you luck.
That was strange, though.
But why?
And you know what? I never even thought about it that deep. Like, I don't even know if they were real.
Where's your bag?
I left it in the car. I left it in the core.
In the core.
You can't do your research without it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what started rabbit's feet being good luck or anything like that. Like, you're talking about my old ass generation. You still see people. You even hear it in lyrics. The rabbit's foot is just lucky. Like, I don't know. I don't know when it started. It's like a 4-leaf clover. Is that my generation too?
It has to be the left hind.
Always calling me old, man. I'm only 41. I'll be 42 in a couple months.
Oh, this is some creepy stuff. It says it has to be the left hind foot.
They said it's not even a real foot.
The rabbit needs no. The on the keychains. No, they were not real rabbit feet.
My bad.
You're talking about. Hey, but wait a minute. I almost talked about them, but damn, them wasn't real feet.
It was about to go kill a rabbit. About
So why would something fake be lucky?
where that foot come from?
Then why would they give you a fake foot?
It was just a superstition. It says the rabbit needs to have been captured or killed in the cemetery.
Oh, wow.
The rabbit's foot needs to be cut off on a specific day, usually a Friday.
But you're reading something real.
Yeah, that's this one. But you know what? A lot of these superstitions
Who's at the
have like a
cemetery on a
creepy
Friday?
little.
So they were
Your
like,
people passed on a Friday. You gonna go? I mean, on a certain day, and their birthday or something.
I'm dropping by on the
Friday.
weekend.
I'm hollering at them on Friday, probably because I got the liquor too already. You know what I'm saying? You already hit the liquor store.
Yeah, okay.
Why not go pull up? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, you know, all these little superstitions started off with like a little creepy way. Like it's kind of like the little lullabies that you sing, or
don't start singing those.
like the little nursery rhymes.
Drive home in the dark.
Wait, they're scary too? You 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you?
No, you know the scariest scene I ever had? The scariest scene from a scary movie
Ooh,
is when on Child's Play, when Chucky.
Child's Play.
Yeah, this is how the scene went.
He's light skinned.
This is how Chucky went.
Proceed.
This is how it went. This guy, he was taking the Chucky doll and he was gonna throw him, in the trash or something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
So he's driving down the street. It's raining real bad, and he has to pull it over to go get something out the store or something like that. So Chucky's in the back seat. He goes in the store. He comes back out, and he starts driving again. And then out of nowhere, Chucky comes up and puts his plastic bag over his face and kills him. Every time I go in my car, I check the back seat, nigga. That's how real scared. And that was when I was like 10, nigga, when I seen that movie, nigga. I'm 31. Yeah. And I still get scared from that scene, bro.
Hey, you know what? Just the thought of somebody in the back seat, like I used to check. Now I just got so old, I just forget. I just forget to check the back seat. I get in and pull off. So anybody that's back there will probably get me. But
Right.
I think for like mostly women and younger people, like you look in the back seat for some reason. Even if you got an alarm, your door's locked, nobody's back there, you still just check.
I am.
And then when you're in an SUV, it's like, what am I supposed to check the third row too?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
I'm gonna go all the way back there. Motherfucker come out, what is you doing, bro? I'm checking, make sure anybody in here. By the end, somebody could have got in the front seat.
I ain't getting in with they motherfucking ass shit. All right, I'm out. Do your thing.
Hell yeah, nigga, you can have this motherfucker. I got Gap insurance. Go wreck this motherfucker.
Do your thing. But make sure you do.
And they want this motherfucker no way.
It was time for a new one.
Checking the back seat is just one of those things that you do.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably one of the only things I can think when you get in your car that will just scare the shit out of you before you pull off.
Yeah.
Is somebody jumping up from the back.
Right.
Yeah.
But it didn't work when they did it to Medea.
They fucked him up.
She just drove around with him in that motherfucker.
Right. Fucked him up.
All right, we going for a ride, nigga.
But yeah, to answer your question, it just says that the rabbit's foot was part of hoodoo. Now they're saying it's part of hoodoo. This is Wikipedia. saying that it was part of hoodoo, and there were certain things that you had to do in order for it to be lucky. Like you just couldn't get a rabbit and get a foot and say that it's lucky. There were certain things that you had to do.
So this is deeper than what I thought. I really thought it was just some country shit. But
I don't know if I thought it was country, but I just thought that was just like how everybody thought. You know what I mean? Like no matter where they were, like it was just universal that rabbits' feet were lucky.
What's another
because you go into a store and you see keychains and shit, you just think. And I won't lie, I did think it was a real foot. Like I haven't thought about it in 10, 20 years, but yeah, I thought it was when you feel it, it actually feels like something's in there, like a bone or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Back in the day, they were, in that time, they used real ones. But now, you go to...
They gave you a fake one.
You go to Claire's or Icing, and you get that. They give you a real one.
Resemblance.
Talking about $34, bitch.
So you thinking, like, you got good luck. You about to ride a motorcycle and all other types of shit. You about to go on fabulous adventures with your rabbit's foot.
You ain't got no real rabbit's foot. Because niggas was... I mean, like, people were having rabbit's foot, like, really for... good luck. And to find out they weren't even having a real rabbit's foot.
You know what? We did a lot of things. Like we did a lot of you know what I mean? Remember them crowns that used to be in the back that was the air freshener used to be in the back of the car?
Mm-hmm. I remember those.
People used to have them, then they found out the person that made it. Well, this is just what I hear. The person that created them was like racist.
I remember that.
They did all that.
Like some people used to put them on their dashboard.
They put them on their dash. Yeah, we used to put them on the dash.
I remember those.
Used to put it in the back of the lack and ride with that bitch. Then one day it just got thrown out the window. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, once they said that, like everybody stopped. You didn't even see the motherfuckers no more.
You saw the bitches on the curb and shit.
Like, everybody throwing their goddamn crowns away. Motherfuckers everywhere.
They must not be fresh no more.
They was pretty cool looking though. It was like the coolest air freshener ever.
Cool until we found out the truth. Motherfuckers had us looking like fools.
Exactly. These motherfuckers riding around with this crown and they shit don't know. I don't even fuck with them like that. All right.
Bastards.
All right, we got something else. I want y'all opinion on this. First of all, shout out to the BBWs.
BB Dubs.
Shout out to y'all. We love y'all.
Ooh,
BB Dubs.
This is something, and I will say that it hasn't been documented, confirmed. It's almost like the Smollett case. They still investigating that, I guess, even though they charged him. There was a girl in Miami this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
She tries to get in the club story.
Brothers got played in the rain all day.
And,
oh, shit.
And the bouncer told her that it came directly from Future. I don't know. I don't know if that was like said within an argument. I don't know if he just came out like Future said he ain't letting in no big girls or whatever. She said the word fatties. I didn't want to be disrespectful. She got right on her Instagram while she was still in line. Well, she had to get to the side, I guess, and not go in.
It was a video?
Yeah, she got on Instagram. She went right on Instagram and basically said they're not letting me in because Future says he doesn't want any fatties. Those were her words. But
not his.
Not his.
Okay.
It was a concert or this was like a meet and greet?
It was, I guess it was a show, a concert at a club story in Miami. And they basically said that the way the rumor got spread is the bouncer said that that's who said it.
Man, I ain't believing that shit.
Yeah, Future, like, on his behalf, he did tweet.
Oh, she's a model. She's a plus size model.
Like a plus size, okay. No. And later on, Future tweeted that he denied everything.
He didn't say that shit. Well, I mean, like, why now? Why today?
I mean, but why would the bouncer say that?
He got to protect the club. So if you at the club, right?
You got to protect the club. What was this BBW going to do? What was this big, beautiful woman going to do?
No. think about capacity, right?
Protecting the club.
I'm just saying
see, here you go. You're not going in right.
I'm going in wrong, but I'm just saying. All right, let me not even go that way.
I'm about to say don't go that way.
The thing about
this,
go
that way.
I was just watching.
We're going to get so many ratings. Go that way.
I was watching a Netflix TV show called Studio 54.
I don't know, Nick. No,
it's a show, or you talking about the movie?
Well, I have heard of Studio 54, but I haven't seen the Netflix show.
Netflix show got a show called Studio 54, and it's a documentary about how the Studio 54 was, brought together, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And these people started this club or whatever, and it was just open to anybody, like gays, transsexuals, whatever you were, like you was there, right? Mm-hmm. So what they would do is they will handpick people to come in. like if you didn't fit the mold, you didn't come into the party. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, they wanted skinny chicks. They wanted people with money. They wanted, beautiful women. They didn't want a lot of dudes. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those things where they was handpicking, like at the door. Like you can come in, not you. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And people loved it. Like it was exclusive. It was one of those things where you had to be somebody to do, to be in there, right? Mm-hmm. So now you in the club, and Future is performing in this club. And as a club owner, what do you want to be in your club? Nothing but bad.
I'm about to say you're not about to pull me into that one.
Right.
I will say this. If there are club owners who only want a certain type of person in there. Now, when you get to the who's who, like Hollywood clubs, okay, we only let high profile people in, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say that's right, but that's more understandable than you just picking people off of their body type.
Right.
Like, I think that's kind of fucked up.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm no saint. If I own a club, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know the type of club owner I would be, but I can't see myself just saying, like, if they weigh over 180, don't let them in. You know what I mean? Like, that's, if you want like, especially now that you got social media, like, somebody could be turned away and, like, instantly they're on Instagram, Twitter, whatever the fuck they are on, and all of a sudden now your club has bad publicity. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden you might not get those women, and the other women that are allowed in might not want to come back. Now all of a sudden you got a fucking boycott on your hands.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think this isn't his club, right? This is just a club.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely, I think it came from the owner that passed it down to the security guard.
I think it came from Future. Because so I will say this. If, like you said, the difference is that the bouncer actually came out and said it.
Right.
But you said it about Studio 54, and there's been plenty of clubs in big cities that have done this.
Right.
They handpick who they want to come in the club. So if but that's not even just females, that's men too. If they feel like you're not an attractive dude, they don't pick you to come in the club.
But why would Future be that person?
Who knows? Maybe he was shooting a video, or maybe he was shooting. Maybe he was just picking out who he wanted. When people get a little bit of money, let's not act like people don't act a certain way after the fucking fact, and let's not act like this is the first time that we done heard Future do some hood stuck up shit that this isn't the first fucking thing that we've heard about Future doing. So I wouldn't be shocked to say that the bouncer, because any other time I'm pretty sure if she went there and other people that went there to this club, they've got in before. Mm-hmm. On this particular night, they're not getting in this club
because it's Future.
But this is what I'm saying though.
Gotta pay.
Maybe when they get these clubs, maybe
and
he say But maybe he probably said that shit. He probably said shit if they look a certain way.
He said women 140 over here. Anybody over 140. Over that way. And line up by weight, nigga.
But she's not a bad looking girl.
And she's pretty. Like the fact that, but you know what? Maybe I feel like there's some Future motherfucker said.
I don't feel like it. That's just whack.
If
he did say
it is. If he said it, it's still whack.
Yeah, it's whack.
Whoever said it though, it's like,
whack.
bro.
But let's not act like that doesn't happen. That's
like
when people say when they do videos, they pick certain type of girls to be in videos. Let's not act like this.
I can see that. I can see that being different.
But this is what I'm saying.
When you shoot a video, you can actually say need a woman, and you can get specific.
But who knows?
On their body type.
But who knows if he wasn't trying to shoot something while he was in that club? They do it all the time. They shoot different shit and not just videos. They shoot different shit for promos while they're in the club all the time.
Yeah,
like they'll scan around the room to do certain shit to show that they in the baddest spots. Mm-hmm. So of course, maybe he was like, "This is what I'm going to do here." And they don't even have to know about it. They just need to know that they're having a good time. But the people who do know about it on the inside are making sure this is who we have in here. Mm-hmm. Because this is so, you know what? I'm just thinking, if the club owner normally lets people in, like these people are coming, so they've gotten in this club before. Mm-hmm. But it's just on this day. Maybe he did tell them, like, I only want specific type of women in here. He probably even said, shit, I don't want a lot of men in here. Mm-hmm. I'm not here for these niggas. I don't want a lot of men in here.
Right. And then what we would have been saying? not a goddamn
Y'all
thing.
gonna turn around and go to the. But they out here, dudes.
I mean, but we used to that. When it comes to
Yeah, I was
clubs,
gonna say,
period.
but dudes-
even if they're shooting a video, they always want more women in there.
And period, dudes are used to being turned away for how you dress, all kind of shit.
More drinks are being bought when there's more women in there.
Yeah.
Because niggas is buying drinks like crazy. Boy, they calling niggas, boy. Many chicks up in here.
My homeboy.
You ain't buying no drinks for no man.
Dudes are y'all used to be.
Hey, boy, you want a drink? Like, that ain't how it works.
I went to Miami with my homeboy. That was the niggas in Mo. He was buying drinks. He stayed by the bar. I said, nigga, you don't want to mix and mingle? It's like, nah. I'm gonna buy some more drinks. He's throwing shots, everything. And he's like the party dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, this nigga done wasted $200 and ain't get no ass, man.
I got a homeboy like that, too. Just sits by the bar, chats it up with the chicks that come up, buys drinks, blah, blah, blah. I'm out mingling. Like, if I come to the club, I'm not sitting at this bar. Yeah. You know, if I come back to that bar, I'm getting what I came for, and I'm going back to the crowd.
To the mingles.
You know what I mean? I mean, now if I go, I'm a bar nigga now. You know what I mean? Because, but hell no, single? Why the fuck am I up here at this bar?
Hey, where's everybody? Excuse me, man. Sorry for putting that thing on you. Excuse me. You here by yourself?
So you can get away with that type of shit.
You ain't never did that in the club? Excuse me for that.
No, I ain't never put it on nobody. I was always scared of a misdemeanor.
No, you got to do it. Be packed in there. What you gonna turn the other way with a nigga at? You got to turn the girl away. Excuse
well, since you
me.
put it like that, of course.
You gotta. Then she's like, "Oh, yeah, you felt that? Okay."
I think if they say, "Oh, you put it on them too hard."
What's that song by Next? Too close, too close. I never understood that song until now, nigga. She was like,
yeah, it took a long time for me to figure that out.
You got me sitting here trying to do this.
This nigga was talking about you feel that thing coming through on you.
Hey, but you know what? I got it. Since you brought that up, I always talk about whack R&B now when I get to the radio. When I get to the car and the radio's on, I rarely turn the radio on. But when I do, it's like I always hear like the worst.
The new ones?
Like
or the old ones?
Like the new ones, the sexual metaphors are non-existent. Like you just said, that next song, like it might take you 20 years to figure out this nigga talking about his dick on a chick's back.
Yeah, I did not know.
But now it's just like, hey, can you drive this stick shift? Can you work it up and down? Can I pound it out? It's like, dude, that is whack. Maybe because I'm older and I'm not single anymore, but it's like,
no,
I'm not the type of person that goes in the bedroom and I just want to play. Like, ain't nothing, and I'm not the most romantic nigga. Don't get me fucked up. But just to sit here and I'm not gonna fucking just be in there with my lady and we listen to a song talking about, can I pound it out? Can you drive a stick shift?
You gotta have that old school joint, that sexual healing joint, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that is like, it's more like it's sexual, but you know what I mean? It's on it's on a lower level. It's not just hey, dick in the booty. Dick in the booty. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the new R&B songs you hear.
Absolutely true.
It's like you could have came up with some kind of creative way to say balls on your stomach. Like you
remember the last good R&B artist, like the last good one, like love artist, not like Beyonce. You know, what I mean, like straight R&B, like the last good one. And I ain't talking about like Chris Brown pop. You know what I mean? I mean like you can play them motherfuckers. You can play this person. You know, a lot of tracks, like Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx was out like at a little time, but he came out with 3 albums. The first one was cool. The second one was fucking heat. No, he came out before. The third one,
the first one was heat.
The first one was heat.
The second one was cool.
I think the second one was heat.
I think the second one was cool.
See,
I'm about to argue.
But Jamie Foxx,
but I get what you're saying.
I don't know who else was after him.
The third one,
man. When it comes to me, because I'm 10 years older than y'all, like Jamie Foxx really was like. I ain't never really banged no Jamie, but
that first one was hit.
Like with me,
one came out in 05.
You talking about unappreciated? Unpredictable. I'm talking about the second one. The second one was when he had all the love songs on that.
I know which one you talking about.
You sleep.
I know which one you talking about.
Chew it up, Ron.
I come from the time where
this nigga said I come from the time like he was in there with the OJs and shit.
No, that was a little bit before my time, but I was on the Keith Sweat, Gerald Levert, that type of move.
I got you.
You know what I mean? That's where I was at with mine.
I see you.
You know what I mean? So I could. Well, you can't put no Jamie Foxx in the same playlist with Keith Sweat and Gerald Levert.
You
can't do it.
But we're talking.
Now who can't?
when
But who was the last good artist?
I was
That's what
about to say, we talking about the last good period.
Not saying that.
I mean, that's hard. That would take that's not a question that I could answer on the spot.
I'm talking about for you.
I have no idea.
I'm like for you. Like, what was the last person you can remember? You was like, oh, this new nigga is kind of nice.
Because Keith Sweat had hits. Don't get me wrong. Keith Sweat had fucking hits.
Crying.
But
hits is an understatement.
Keith Sweat had hits, but you name me one Keith Sweat album that you could play straight through.
Sweat. No, I don't know. I don't know none of his albums.
Did you see me look at him like?
I don't know none of his albums, but Sweat seemed like that should have been one of the albums.
Don't get me wrong.
Was Sweat one of the albums?
He's talking about Nelly first album, so you didn't like Suit? Like, all right. Okay. Nigga, you was listening to Nelly.
I grew up on goddamn Nelly. Nigga.
You grew up on Nelly, nigga?
Nigga, when that tip drill video came out, that was my jacking off video for like 2 summers, nigga.
And you know what? That's a good question. I will not lie that I'm not prepared for it. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember who was just the last great R&B artist.
That's how fast.
That would be a good.
How fast it died
actually
off.
a good show. Like, that's a great topic.
The crazy thing is there are some good R&B artists that are out now. It's just that they're underground. Like, they don't get that much fucking airtime. They don't get that much play.
Sexual artists.
That's what I'm saying. They don't
like
get
who?
They don't get that much play. Like, I'll go through YouTube Red. Okay, so I guess if you can endorse us, that would be great, YouTube.
Right. That would be great, YouTube Red.
Because I love YouTube Red and I pay it every month. But I'll play YouTube Red because sometimes.
You tired of regular YouTube?
Are you?
Well, then get YouTube Red.
Are you tired of these commercials for 30 seconds? These ads?
Why not have ad-free YouTube?
YouTube Red. It's not just for us; it's for you.
It's for everybody.
Just look at the red. $9.99 a month.
$9.99.
$9.99 a month is all you got to put up. You got Spotify those,
and you can connect it to your Google Home if you have it.
Oh my God, Google Home compatible,
and Alexa.
And this is just in. You get a Google Home Mini with your first purchase.
Free. All you have to do is use the code Urban Absurdity and you will receive it.
Hold up, motherfucker.
That is Urban.
YouTube. You're going to be like, you got an email from YouTube. Hold on. We joking.
Nigga, that wasn't no fucking valid code. Nigga, I don't know what the hell your ass
said, this shit ain't working. And I'm trying to figure out.
That was not a real endorsement, guys. We're just practicing.
Give me the goddamn numbers to call these people and complain.
We're just practicing. You speaking to existence.
One day.
Bianca and them said that I could get 3 months free. That shit ain't working.
We didn't even say that shit.
Been waiting on this YouTube Red.
They said
promotion since they started this podcast.
6 months and your own podcast equipment. They told us it was supposed to be. We didn't say none of that shit. Rewind the tape. This whole episode, rewind the tape.
That was actually good. I like that. That's
going
to be pretty
we
fun.
ready. Listen, we ready.
We ready.
I think it's about that time.
Listen, you see how we all beep in with each other? I'm about to we ready. But,
God, that made my stomach hurt.
I was saying that I listen to YouTube because YouTube will like pop in unnamed like artists that are just like in their own hometown singing shit, and then you be like, "Who the fuck is this shit?" Mm-hmm. And you look and you be like, "Oh, some nobody nigga," but they sound real good. Mm-hmm. So it's just, but yeah, that's a hard one. That's something you had to sit down and think about. Like, what was the last great R&B? Because my thing is like, I'm thinking Jagged Edge. I'm thinking of groups like
you going. That's like 2000.
But this is what I'm saying. This is where the last time that I could, because when I think about something, I think about I can listen to an album straight through. Or if I skip it, I'm only skipping a couple of songs. But the love songs are just the fucking bomb. And it's been a while since we've had that. Chris Brown is
Tank had a couple of good albums.
Tank had good albums too.
Tank is one of the stars of the new generation R&B artists. I will give you that.
But when
Tank is one that I fuck with.
Yeah, Tank. He came out.
That's been out for a minute. Like
he just came out with an album, or is coming out with an album.
No, he did. But I'm saying, when did he come out though?
When
did he, as far as being, because even though he's like Tank did background vocals for Aaliyah's "Can I Come Over?" Like he did. He's been doing different stuff, so it's not like he just stepped out on the scene. It was released in 2001.
Tank.
Yeah, so that's not technically like. He was still around the Jagged Edge time, and they were just fading. But I'm
so you
talking
thinking like just like new people over generations of
I'm
time?
talking about like at least newer people who have a feel of
Not
still
somebody
R&B.
that's still going.
Right. Not
I
somebody
think
that's
people,
still going.
and another thing, not with just music.
Trey
I've been
Songz
thinking
was
about
cool
this
for
for a
a
long
while.
time. Trey
Trey-
Songz was
Trey
fucking
Songz
great.
for a while.
Trey Songz was, yeah.
For a while, he's still cool. Like I still, I mean, I felt take Trey Songz. I ain't gonna lie. This is one a lot of people are not overly excited about from the last 20 years. But I'm a Lloyd fan. I like Lloyd. Like bedroom music. I mean, Lloyd's alright. You know what I mean?
Lay your head.
Hey, I've been over here playing spades. Hey, had a few chicks, few niggas over here. Nigga, they hear Lloyd come on. They like, and of course they younger than me. They like Lloyd. I'm like, nigga, yeah, Lloyd. He got a couple of hits,
Oh,
bro.
my
How can you call Lloyd one of the good ones at this time? This nigga only got 4 good songs.
Hey, but this
Nah, Lloyd.
now here's another thing too.
Huh?
Lloyd had a couple of not hits.
4 good songs.
I say no. I say more than
You
that.
can't make you can't make.
No, I would say
hit.
more than that. I can get you at least.
Give me 4
7,
right
8
now. Give me
Lloyd
4
songs.
4 hits right now.
4 hits.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. It's about the hits,
I
man.
mean, what you define a hit? Chart toppers?
No.
See, that's-
No, some
I'm
shit.
different.
Or shit that you like?
Yeah,
That's
no,
different.
not just like shit that you like, but like shit that people like when it came out, it was popping. Name me 4 of those.
That one that I was just singing.
Southside.
Southside.
Yeah.
The one.
What was one you was singing?
Lay your head.
Okay, 2.
Yeah.
You.
Hey, the last single we put out was good. Let me tell you my story or something like that. Like I can't remember that one, but
I need one more.
no, the last one was good. I can't remember.
Okay, you got me 4.
Street Love was good. Street Love was good, and that whole album was actually good. Like that album was better than Southside.
Nah, that album was trash.
What songs do you think were trash?
I don't remember the songs. That's how trash they were.
But listen, so
remember songs.
Give me a okay. So do you think that Donnell Jones album was trash?
No, I like Donnell Jones and I liked his album.
Which one?
The one when he was in that goddamn tan outfit. The white and tan went up the front.
That nigga said that tan outfit.
I think the cover was tan, but this nigga was looking real wintery in that motherfucker.
Hey, but like I said, as far as like artists of the last 20 years, there are a lot of them that are pretty decent. Like, hey, even Life Jennings. I'm a Life Jennings fan.
Or did he have a hat on or something?
Like, bro, Life Jennings is like dope on a deeper level than a lot of them are. You know what I mean? He can come with some hood shit. He can come with some, you know what I mean?
But see,
it's all over the place when it comes to generation like over the last 20 years.
This is still too. You know what I mean? The early 2000s. So it's still kind of like I just haven't heard any, and I'm different than that too. I don't do like what's hits or charts. I do. Can I listen to this album without skipping so much? Is the album cold? Like, because we listened to CDs. We didn't listen to a playlist. We didn't start doing playlists till we knew we could burn CDs. Like, oh shit, I could do this before we listened to a whole CD or a cassette straight through. It wasn't like, and when you did the cassette, you had to rewind a bit. So you had to listen to this shit.
Exactly. I'm from that era, trust me, but like as we like progressed and we got past the 2000s, like and people burning discs and you got the mixtapes. I won't lie, I got used to that.
Oh, that was the way.
The reason I got used to that is because, like, you know how everybody, like, you got niggas that sell mix CDs. Then you might have that nigga that you know that sell mix CDs. And you know that this nigga gonna put all of the heat on it.
Listen.
So some people kind of spoil me. I won't say that they swayed me away from the CD, but, like, you know the artist that you could trust, like, okay, this motherfucker gonna have at least 10 songs on that motherfucker out of 16 or 18, whatever they got on it. This gonna be bomb. But I think like as time went on,
and that's what killed the that's what, and those certain things, because I did the same thing too. That's what kind of killed like the artistry of saying like this person is fucking dope. You know what I mean? Like if I would listen to a mix CD and I would hear somebody and I'd be like, damn, a couple songs on this bitch is cold. Let me listen to their CD and hear what they, opposed to let me just go through and listen to the CD, the whole CD or whatever. That's kind of what killed us from listening to dope shit. Like a lot of people had a lot of dope fucking songs on their shit, but we never heard it because we was listening to mix CDs,
those damn mix CDs.
And then they're like, did you hear this song? Like, nigga, I ain't never heard this song. And they ship it out
that's
for 20
hit.
years. Yeah, and this motherfucker.
And one thing good that the mix CDs did turn us on to was like the new artists.
It did.
Artists that you may not have listened to, and then you heard that one banger because you know the people putting them together. Like, okay, this shit hot. They might, and when you listen to their CDs, some of it might have been fucking ass, and that was the hottest single. But a lot of them like actually turned out to be good artists, and you got turned on through the mix CD. So it's good and bad.
Like Mac Dre. Like
for them to reach Mac Dre.
For them to reach from California to Kansas City, like I never seen them niggas on TV. I never seen anything. They just put them in the songs, and then when you was rocking your song, because you know how the niggas was making mixtapes. Like you was just saying, like they'll make the mixtape with all the songs they think you want, then they throw in that one bitch in there, and they like, oh, he gonna like this one. This is my homeboy, or this is one I heard out when I was in California. They throw that on there, and you be listening to it, you be like, what?
But you know what? Cali has always had a KC Connect.
Always.
This was from the days of even SIBO. Cali has always had like a KC Connect, and I'm not sure exactly where this connect came from, but I know
can tell you exactly where it came from.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say, because I know the shit was there.
Because Cali is the biggest. Like, it's a few big cities. Chicago is probably within the top 3. Cali is definitely number 1. It's just like a lot of the OGs, for some reason, migrated to Kansas City. Why? I mean, when they want to get away from that life from California, even though it's beautiful weather, sunsets, and all that shit, but when you in that life, you really can't enjoy none of that shit. And when they ran away, a lot of them came down here. A lot of the OGs from California, like, dude, you know what? I swear to God, my OG homies, some of them have passed away. When I first got here, they used to tell stories about who the first ones were, because there were first ones, because gang culture ain't, you know what I mean, it ain't that old. But yeah, a lot of them came here, and it was just, I guess, word spread like, hey, you can go to Kansas City and do this and do that. And this was drug, gang culture, and all that type of shit. So a lot of them migrated to Kansas City for a smaller environment, but a lot of their people were here, so you still kind of got the same culture because a lot of your people are already here ready. They preceded you and they came here. It's weird, but it's all tied to like the underworld. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, there's a little story. I'm gonna have to read through this. It says it's the history of the Connect. So I'm gonna read through this, not now, but I'm gonna read through it. Yeah, because it's interesting to know. But yeah, there's always
Sounds
been
deep.
It does, but there's always been some type of connection as far as that goes. Some Texas rappers too, for whatever. I guess because it's in the middle.
Well,
but
mixtape niggas kept that tradition alive.
Oh, I remember Saturdays going to go watch the car, and you see your favorite DJ dude, your CD dude, and you be like, nigga!
What? He always got a trunk up. Or the doors open.
Listen, always look like scoping, fresh in the morning. You be like, as soon as I clean this bitch, I know I'm popping in something real nice. And then the motherfucker started wanting to be a rapper, so you heard this shit at the end talking about, hey, like who the fuck?
Yeah. Now it's the nigga put his song last. It's the last track.
And then you play that shit in front
Why
of
the fuck I listen to this shit all the way through?
No, you play it in front of him, right? He always be like, skip through that one. Yeah, you heard that one before. Skip through that one. Yeah, no. Hold on. Listen to that one. Listen to that. That's me, nigga. That's me. Yeah, it's 2 more tracks on there.
Every good CD man had his track on there last. Every good CD man. If he really thought he was dope, he may be number 3 and number 4.
That motherfucker gonna say, if he really thought he's dope, he about to slide 2 on the end of that bitch. Like, hey, I got you to it. What was from the last album? You know, I didn't even know you had.
Hey, if your CD man fucking
was
out, DJ something, you already knew he was gonna have his shit on there.
The DJ man
I had some CD man was DJ so and so.
I know DJs. I had 2 of them.
You not fooling me, nigga. I know your music is on here.
Yo, when niggas was really thinking they was DJs for real, they had an intro. Yeah. Remember the intro? Welcome to DJ Paul's Mixed Album 5. Hope y'all enjoy this shit.
Mixtape 1, Volume 2.
Some of these niggas was volume. By the
Volume
time
83.
you meet them, they already got mixtape number 176 out. Like, nigga.
Right.
What were the other ones?
Where can I start from the beginning? Nigga, god damn. Why the fuck you take me so far?
This mixtape
Boss
20.
hogging.
Oh my
You
God.
see how that word just took you back, nigga?
Yeah, hey, that's that
Boss
Texas
hog,
shit.
nigga, what?
That's that Texas shit.
That was the ones. They used to always be on the intros.
You talking about that?
This is switch your house and going down for the night.
I'm thinking that Slim Thug when
That
you say
Slim
boss hog.
Thugger.
This is fuck action. Volume 96.
Oh yeah, I remember the
I be
freak.
like, nigga, that shit about to
That
chop
shit
it.
about to
Right.
go.
when they hit you with the zoom, 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 zoom.
And you can tell who really listens to Screw to Chop because Chop to Screw because they know exactly when that shit gonna chop and that shit gonna switch over. I hate a motherfucker that didn't know. I'm like, get the fuck out the car.
Right.
Because obviously you don't know when that shit about to chop.
Be
And it's the
tipping
problem.
on fofo. Tipping on fofo for like
Slam on
20
the brakes.
minutes.
You gotta
nigga.
walk from here. I ain't got no time for niggas who don't know about the culture.
Listen. Did you say that shit? He didn't say that shit? You didn't know? You gotta go.
God, you gotta get the fuck
You
about
gotta
here.
get out. I don't know where the fuck you walking to, but it ain't back to the car. You gotta go.
Hey, speaking of rappers, great fucking segue. I read an article this week about rapper Young Dolph.
Young Dolph.
Yeah.
Young Dolph was at,
Dolph.
of all places, a fucking Cracker Barrel.
Oh, dog.
Most racist place in the world.
The most racist restaurant on the face of this earth. I guess people go in there to buy like racist trinkets too. Like
This fool saying racist trinkets.
you can go in there and like maybe find a black man hanging from a little cute little tree or something
The
like
barrel
that.
that they use, motherfucker, was to transport slaves.
They used to stuff niggas in them barrels.
And
Yeah.
I'm about to make some of y'all mad before he continues with this story, but I just have to say this. Waffle House is on the same level as Cracker Barrel. You
Hey,
motherfuckers.
you would not. You could not
Yes,
dare.
it is. You
I
motherfuckers.
never-
It's on the same level.
No, you see who work in Waffle House?
I don't give a fuck. It's
The
on the same.
trashiest people you ever met in your life
And
work at Waffle House.
And them niggas get 9 cents an hour. And they
Yeah.
and they get 9 cents an hour.
They
and
sure
that's
do.
And that's to keep you niggas coming back.
And I love it.
Listen.
Niggas said
niggas
they
is-
sure do. That's why the food good.
Listen,
Right. That
80
shit,
I don't
seen
wanna
the
lose
motherfucker-
that 99 cent.
I seen the motherfucker quit mid-shift, nigga, and came back after a smoke break and apologized to me for quitting.
And kept on frying
And
burgers.
fried, nigga, my goddamn waffle.
Listen, trash.
You gonna
ass.
talk about them like that?
I don't give a fuck. Waffle
Bitch,
House.
you want me to finish this battle or what?
Listen, hey, hold
Then I
on.
can leave.
While you going with this story, let me find out how many black people were arrested, detained, or killed in a fucking Waffle House.
Yeah, hey, I don't fuck with Cracker
How many?
Barrel. I'm not really a huge fan of Waffle House. If
How
I,
many?
it's-
Oh, I'm a look.
Look it up.
Because I just found out my boy was killed and I didn't even know he was dead.
How
Wow.
gonna be your boy?
Okay, anyway.
I was about to say, wow, you about to take us on a journey. That's sad. That's sad to
Right.
even hear.
Okay, go ahead.
I was about to say, do we need a segue or do we? Or,
No, go
or we
ahead.
gonna come back?
No, he's a rapper, y'all.
Wow.
Anyway.
I didn't hear about that one. I won't lie. I won't hear
I'm
about
gonna
that
look at the
one.
numbers. Go ahead.
All right, rapper Young Dolph was robbed. His car was broken into in the parking lot of a Atlanta Cracker Barrel. And of all places, I wouldn't think, like, as far as like, you know, where the black people are, I wouldn't think a Cracker Barrel will be able to survive in that area. But he was robbed of
Give us the numbers.
$500,000 worth of merchandise, mostly jewelry,
Damn.
electronics, and jewelry. $500,000. I had the list, and there was a lot of shit
Them
that
niggas hit
he was
his
robbed
ass.
for, and they took it out of his 2018 Mercedes-Benz G63. Now, my question is, Young Dolph, why in the fuck do you have $500,000 worth of jewelry in your car while you're not there?
Right.
Number two is, why isn't someone watching this car? If I leave a blunt of some kush in my ashtray, I might tell my motherfucking homeboy to look out occasionally. You got $500,000 out there in $100,000 car?
Right.
It just don't make sense. But another thing before you say it, I got to throw this out there.
All right.
With niggas, and when niggas start to learn a little about money, they kind of try to abuse the system. I'm thinking it got to be either you stupid or it was insurance fraud.
I'm with you, Ron.
There's no fucking way I'm going to get robbed of $500. And first of all, if you're going, this was at like noon, 11:30 noonish. Who the fuck wakes up, puts $500,000 worth of jewelry in the car, and goes to get something to eat? It was like 3 chains, like 3 watches, and these are all high-priced $50,000 chains, $100,000 watches. It's like, why? You can't wear all that shit. For some strange reason, it was 2 or 3 of everything. Now, if you weren't about to drive out of town for a show, like directly after, which I doubt a rich rapper drives anywhere to a show, you're probably going to catch a little flight, maybe get on a tour bus, whatever. But something sounds fishy to me.
I think, is Young Dolph from Atlanta?
I'm not sure.
I think he is.
But
yeah,
I can kind of say maybe.
No, that wasn't his, but he was on it.
No, that was.
But that was young.
It wasn't young LA.
That was Young Dro.
No, the ain't I guy was a young LA.
He from Memphis. That's where he from. Because he
Don't bet me on this. Now, hold on, before you look, bet me $20. You want to bet? I'm gonna hurry and bet.
What are y'all betting?
Give me my money.
What are y'all betting?
Taking out my liquor.
The ain't I guy was young LA, and he got beat up. Like, it was really funny on a video.
Damn.
Like, they beat his ass in the house for some reason because he had like some notorious gang in Atlanta. He had it tattooed on his neck, and he wasn't a part of it. Damn. And they said, "We're gonna beat your ass and like peel it off. Literally, we're gonna cut it off like a motherfucker." You ever saw a gangster nigga like eating an apple and like cutting it and talking to you and like eating, eating part of that, eating the parts that he cut off like it's directly off the blade.
Was they eating his flesh off the blade?
No.
Oh,
answer the question: Has a nigga ever had a conversation with you while cutting the apple and eating the slices off of the blade?
That's a Vin Rames
well,
shit.
Nigga, you ain't never been through nothing.
In my defense, Young Dro was on the song.
Young Dro, ain't I?
Well, it was 2 youngs on there. There was two youngs.
Young.
Oh my God! How do y'all feel about this? What y'all think about it? $500,000 in a car, like for no reason. Like, I don't give a damn if you got $20 million in. There's just a such thing as like being stupid, being careless, being
I think he
like
was,
out there for no reason.
If it's real, then he was very careless. You know how you be in some state for so like from Kansas City right now, right? Like if I was a popular rapper, and my city fucked with me, right? I can park my car right in front of the crib and nobody won't even touch it, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to think. And I'm thinking that's what he was thinking. He was like, nigga, I got love down here in Atlanta. Niggas love me here. Mm-hmm. Like, when I come here, they show me love. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to park my car where everybody can see it and ain't nobody going to fucking touch it.
Yeah, but if you at the Cracker Barrel, there's a different demographic that's going to come through there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It might not be niggas. It could be anybody if it actually happened, because I'm thinking it's fake.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, $500,000, somebody breaking in your car. Like, how the fuck do they know that it's a score in the car?
Right.
Like, who still breaks in the cars and thinking they're just gonna find something? Like,
or
you might find a gun or $300 lick.
Or was
$500,000?
Or it was an inside job. Maybe he had a man that was supposed to watch the car, and he was the one that took everything.
You know what? There you go.
Because they ain't even said nothing yet.
There you go. That kind of sort of makes sense, but
let's
still stupid.
Think it's that, because that be happening with a lot of people where they own people turn on them, and then when everything comes, like Kevin Hart, like his homeboy was trying to extort him for money, like, and we thought it was the chicks, and it was a goddamn nigga. So I mean, like, it could be the closest people to you, bro.
And he would have got away with it if it wasn't for those crazy kids and that fucking dog.
Nosy ass kids.
He might have gotten away with it.
Kevin Hart, that was big for him. Like, he fucked up, but it was very big for him to own up to his shit.
When.
Because he could have kept that shit private and paid that motherfucker.
He said, when, bitch, I'm the baby. Listen, I don't know.
That's the type of new shit we gotta listen to. We gotta listen to rappers like Lil Baby.
Hey, that shit, but what with Drake, that shit go live. I said, who the fuck is this non-rapping ass nigga?
I still can't stand him. I will say this. I dissed the shit out of Cardi B on the last episode, but now I gotta say something.
You better not say about Drake.
I fuck with your husband. I don't know why. Get Cardi B. I'm going to say this. Yeah, because he's been on a lot of interviews for his new album, Father of Four, so he's everywhere now. You know what I mean? You know how when major artists have an artist dropping, have a new album or new project dropping, they everywhere.
Quavo
no matter what. Man, you know what? I've never heard Quavo actually do an interview. I never heard any of them niggas do an interview.
That's because he stood up with that Miami Vice shirt on. When that boy was trying to do the interview, he had to address something.
Yeah, when Joe Budden was going at the niggas.
The earpiece out.
Hey, but the reason I made a post about this last night. You could not like certain people because of how you perceive them. And to tell you the truth, I'm the type of person, hell, if they one by one drop solo albums, I might not never listen to the fucking album. But I'm a real person as far as when I listen to somebody talk, I listen to questions that's presented to them, and I just hear their story. And if I don't just, you know what I mean, if my bullshit detector don't turn red, you know what I mean, it's like, okay, this is a cool person. Like, I'm not going to flock to buy this nigga's album. I won't say that. I might check it out. I got Spotify. It's free. Well, it ain't free. I pay $9.99, but listen to this nigga shit to be free. But I'm just like, I watched the Breakfast Club interview with him, and I was like, okay, I didn't think that he was like a down-to-earth or, a cool dude that had real shit to say. And when you listen to people's music, because most of the time, I guess I'm from the era where when people drop their music, that's when you hear about them.
Right.
That's when you learn about them. They drop stories, but these niggas have never done that. They've never got personal. So it's about ice or about or whatever the fuck.
I was gonna say, what the fuck just happened? Was something wrong with the shit?
I can't even do it.
Oh, that's you doing it. I was about to say shit. Was something happening wrong?
But I'm having a stroke.
Ooh,
but
help Ron.
I listened to it and it was like, I can't lie. It was one, and I watched Breakfast Club like religiously. I've probably seen over 1,000 interviews on there. That was one of the realest. I could not even front. That was one of the realest interviews I've seen on there with an artist.
I didn't really look at it. I didn't pay attention to it. I didn't even click on it because but what I was hearing that
I know why though, because it's him.
Probably, yeah. But I heard he was apologizing again or trying to school people on cheating in love and shit. And they
didn't even talk about Cardi B in this interview to like, bro. It was like, dude, you learned a lot from this one. I learned a lot from this one. It was like they didn't even talk about Cardi B because you know how, and I would think that this is probably one of his requests. Like, look, I'm coming on here, nigga. This is Offset's interview. This ain't about Cardi B. You want to talk about her? We gonna make sure we get a whole lot of shit out the way before we go into Cardi B and my wife.
I believe that's.
And they did not even talk about Cardi B. It was about his life. It was about him not having his father in his life, the almost fatal car accident, just what's going on with QC. How did he feel about dropping his own album? How he felt about dropping the album that's like really real instead of just the flossing and materialistic shit that they usually drop with the group. It was a good interview. It was dope. You got to check it out. It's just not about Cardi B. You know what I mean?
Right. Now I'm going to check that one out.
That was a fake answer.
I'm going to check it out. That's that better? I'm going to check it out.
You were like, right. I'm going to check that one out.
It is just amazing that I will say, here comes my segue. I'm going to say it is amazing how certain things can get you the attention. Like you said, you wouldn't even have paid attention for certain reasons. Like him being with Cardi and the whole everything that happened, then him dropping the album. Like all this is into play. I'm not trying to say this was like it was set up. I'm just saying if it wasn't set up, it came perfectly in the timing of everything. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Look at Travis Scott. Travis Scott with Kylie. They have a kid. You drop your album. Even Nicki said it. Like, you number one because of who you with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, people paying attention to you because you got this shit going on. People wasn't paying attention to you before this shit. But she like, I respect the hustle. Like, shit, that's how things go into play.
I never disrespect Nicki because I actually fuck with her as far as, like, female rappers and like what you should judge rappers on female or male. Like she has lyricism. Like she had it before Cardi stole her shine. But how could you say who you with and you wouldn't be where you are without Wayne?
But what she's saying
That's
is
weird.
But she's saying not the fact of, okay, so Wayne could rap, he's in music, right? So of course he put.
I think that's an understatement. Wayne was like the biggest artist ever.
But what I'm saying is, he's in music.
Right.
This is how she got put on by someone else in music.
Mm-hmm.
Kylie don't do music.
Oh, I thought you was referring to like Cardi.
No, she's talking about she doesn't do. He doesn't.
Oh, when she was going off on
his woman doesn't
Travis
do
Scott.
music, right? So you're number one because he literally hit number one in the nation,
Yeah,
like when this shit came out.
So she's an influencer.
Yeah, because
Right
she
there,
got over
that's what
100
she
million
said.
Instagram followers.
And she basically said that. So her following helped yours out for people to start listening to you because all she got to do is say, listen to my dude's stuff, and they'll go out and buy it to go out and listen to it.
That's
shit
part
like
of the
that.
game.
So, but that's what she said. She said, but I respect the hustle. I just want you to know.
You can't throw no hate in and then respect
she
them
said, I just
second
want you to
half.
know shit. It's not all this shit ain't just talent.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
only
is
thing
true.
I
That
don't
is
like about Nicki. And I really
Yes,
came in and started agreeing with people and just seeing what they were saying because, like, I'm one of the people, like, I'm not, like, I don't have my finger on the pulse, but I do enough research to where eventually I'm going to find out about what was said. It might be 2 weeks later, but I'm going to go check it out. It's like Nicki should have just, I just can't see how a person can be on top and let people manipulate them out of that spot. Because Nicki never had to be touched. Because you see, like, as everybody could see, like, you could be a number one rapper, a solo artist, a group, or whoever the fuck you are, and there can be dozens of them. Y'all all still getting y'all money. Whenever y'all drop, your album gonna be number one.
Yeah.
But Nicki chose to be like, are you trying to fight every motherfucking thing? Most smart artists, when they see other people who have momentum, you don't drop your album on the day that they're dropping theirs.
Yeah.
You have industry insiders to inform you of when these things are coming. So don't just start hating. Just pick a different drop date.
But you know
I just
why?
think it's as simple as that. Maybe that's because I'm poor, but it's like I think you just fucked your whole shit up.
You
Like
know
it
why,
doesn't
though?
make sense why you fucked your shit up. It was room for Nicki and whoever else.
They do that shit to test the waters. They see if they steal that motherfucker. So that's why they dropped that shit. Because you know Watchcom did the same thing. Jay-Z dropped his shit the same day Nas was coming
Yeah.
out with his new shit. Nobody even thought about Nas shit when we was trying to figure out how to get what's the streaming service he got?
Title.
Yeah, we was trying to get Title for the 5th time so we all can listen to this goddamn album.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spring for giving.
And then Nas came out the same night, and nobody even give a damn about Nas.
Exactly.
Because Jay-Z wanted to let people know, like, oh, who the fuck is Nas?
Exactly. And the
That's
crazy thing about with them is they're cool now. That was still some
That still was some hating ass shit.
kind of, sort of, yeah. But that was still kind of the competitiveness that they have going on because, like, people sleep on Nas. This nigga got a whole, Nas got millions of dollars coming in that don't involve music, just like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So that was kind of some playfulness between them. I could see that. You know what I mean? That was
nigga
like some
Jay-Z
competitiveness between them.
His
He don't have Jay-Z money, but he got.
his publicity was off the chain.
But I was about to say, but the whole.
Because he had the whole thing with the Sprint. If you had Sprint, you got Title for free.
But not just it. It was his CD was. I mean, his album was also a respond to Lemonade in a lot of ways.
It was, but it was
So
trash.
of course, so you it was. So I mean, to me, it wasn't all that great. I'm not gonna say it was trash.
No, it definitely wasn't
I
his
wasn't
greatest
gonna say
work.
trash. I'm not gonna say it was trash. I'm just saying it wasn't his best work.
This dude is crazy.
So, but you know what? So, yeah, it wasn't his best work.
You know what made me mad about the album? What made me mad about the album was the best track on there where he was talking about how he cheated on Bay and how he trying to help other people not cheat on a woman, right? And I was like, you can't be the spokesperson. Like, that can't be you because everybody
Hold on,
knows.
did you just call this girl Bae?
What, beat? What is it? Beat? Do he call her Bae?
I'm just fucking with
Beyonce?
you. I put you on the spot. Jay-Z ain't coming. Don't get scared.
So I don't want to be wrong to the listeners, man. But think about it. I mean,
He can't be the spokesperson for it.
He can't be the spokesperson
why?
for it.
Because he cheated.
Yeah, I mean, like you knew, but you knew that but you knew you wasn't supposed to cheat.
So let me ask you this: if you got somebody, a teacher who tells you, Cortez, don't fucking do drugs.
Right.
And then you got a real live crackhead who telling you, nigga,
this shit is heat.
This shit, listen, for me, but for you, nigga, I mean, this shit's heat, but I used to actually have a house that had heat, and now I don't. So, I mean, pick your poison. Shit, nigga, I'm listening to crackhead. Like, tell me more, motherfucker, because I need to know exactly what, like the
but
level.
You know it's wrong, right?
No, you know it's, of course you know
saying.
of course you know it's wrong. But that's just like any of us giving you, me, Ryan, giving advice on some shit that we've done, and we like.
But this is before. But this is like you don't need advice for this shit. You're like, you're not supposed to kill. You're not supposed to get married and cheat on your wife.
But listen,
you know that shit. So when you do it, and then you try to explain to us about not doing it, nigga, that defeats the purpose.
But people do.
I will say this. People.
Anyone even soon after. Like, you got to take some years, nigga, before you be able to.
That's what I'm about to say.
Change, man.
That's what I'm about to say. When it comes to advice and giving people advice, yes, you can give it freely because we can speak like to whoever we want. It's easy to give advice, but I think some people, like when you see studies about how fast men or females mature, there's a certain age to where you can be like, okay, I can take it from them. Mm-hmm. Because I've given the same advice all my life. They don't mean I followed that shit.
Exactly.
It was still fucking right.
Right.
But only now that I'm over fucking 40 am I actually doing the things I've been telling people all my life since I've been giving advice.
But people follow.
Like, you have to mature.
But people follow stars. Like you said it before about clothes. Like, people wear shit what's hot.
Yeah.
So you can have an average Joe. A lot of shit in our lives that we do, our parents and uncles and shit been telling us not to fucking do that shit the whole time.
What did you say though? You said that, like if you once you say some shit, this is who you are.
Right, you are. Like what say some shit like what?
Like anything, like I'm saying like some shit like when somebody show you who they are, that's who they are. And you like something like that, like
when people show you who they
like
are,
racism. Yeah, like racism. You was like, don't apologize after the fact. Like you said what you had said.
I said, yeah, don't apologize for the fact, especially if you're not going to do the work. If you're not, which let's not leave out that big portion. If you're not going to
this nigga Jay-Z did the work that goddamn fast.
But how do we know how long this shit been going? Like we have to remember.
Hey, fuck that. We've been going around when the album came out. That's when she had found out.
Listen,
name how many times name how many times you wrote your best shit, man.
Hey, fuck that. Damn.
You write your best shit, man.
Beyonce found out way before fucking Lemonade came out.
Hell no.
Because
you write your shit, man.
Even the Beehive was like wondering when this shit was gonna come out.
She was pregnant. She kept getting pregnant. She got like 20 kids now. What time did she heal?
She do got like 6 sets of twins.
I was gonna say,
when did she heal? Because this had to be before the hospital.
Listen,
that they bought out Brooklyn Hospital.
Let me ask.
And Beyonce so dope. She be pregnant with actual twins, and Sarah get pregnant with the other
some more twins.
Yeah. She got like 12 babies.
Listen, I will say this, and that's for most people, including myself. When the breakup happens way before people fucking find out. The trouble happens way before fucking people find out.
Yeah, especially if you keep your shit private.
Right. Like
nobody caught Jay-Z. There was no video.
Exactly. When we find out,
Solange nigga was a video. It just happened
years ago.
You keep your shit away from Solange.
Solange
in the elevator scene. Hold on.
2015, 16.
I'm not cheating because of Solange, and she don't even be in Kansas City. 16.
Come on, man.
Hey, I don't cheat because of Solange. Right now to this day.
Right, Solange. We was all.
I don't want to get on the elevator, and it's been a while since I've been on the elevator. But I'm just scared when I get on one. If I'm cheating, Solange's gonna be on that motherfucker.
And you knew he was cheating and get his ass whipped by Solange, and Beyonce not moving. Like Beyonce didn't move a bit. Like, yeah, nigga, that's what.
But we all speculated. We all speculated when it happened. It could have been some cheating. Who knows what it could have been? It could have been some domestic violence. Like, who knows when? Who knows why she whooped his ass?
So this was 14, right? This was 14.
Yeah, and like,
when did Lemonade drop?
We was already.
But when it
was probably 17.
I'm asking, when did Lemonade drop?
17.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
17, something like that, was it?
That's what I'm saying. She didn't drop Lemonade in 14. She didn't drop that shit in 15.
No, that was the first time he cheated.
It doesn't fuck with what I'm saying is, period. This shit
The
does
one that
not,
brought the Camel's back.
What I'm saying is, people,
Happened the day before Lemonade came.
people were waiting for his response. The nigga responded in 2017, 18.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's a hype. That's a hype. Nobody hears it when it first. This shit didn't fucking. She could have had them songs written after the shit was done. That don't mean she released that shit.
Yeah, because she Beyonce. She could drop them whenever.
She could have said shit.
Nah, for real, she didn't write none of them.
She probably did.
Yeah.
She was like,
Didn't write none of them bitches.
I mean, but you give me your general story.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just write off what you give them.
Right.
I want you to put this shit in words.
Hey, trust me, Beyonce hired some writers. That bitch sit there talk for 15 hours. They know what's, you know what I mean? They know what's popping.
But
you know what I mean?
And Solange wrote some of those songs on Lemonade.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
So that's my point though. The shit like that shit fell into play too. It fell into play.
Hoax.
Like this was the hype.
Hoax.
Yeah, it's our marketing when you come to couples. Just like the interview I was saying, like Offset and Cardi B, they gonna come with some shit.
Yeah.
Like, trust me. Like, and even when we just talked about Travis Scott and Kylie.
No,
like now she's accused him of cheating. Like, who knows?
And Chloe. Like, y'all hear about that shit?
Yeah. Great segue. Speaking of Kylie.
Okay.
Kicking people out of the house.
That's a sinister smirk you got going on right there. What are you talking about?
I just find it. I've been on Twitter for these last 3 days, just very interested because Twitter just brings you all the tea.
Mm-hmm. Who are you following? You know what? Before you go into it, I just gotta know who you are following to make Twitter interesting. Because I be trying to be on Twitter and it's like, dude, I don't get it.
Well, see, my page should be even more interesting because there was like in 2014, 15, 16, I was on Twitter all the time. All the time. So it was when you could do the follow back, follow for, follow, Like I noticed people don't really do that shit no more because I kept trying to bring it back. That shit didn't work.
I tried. That's why I know that really.
That shit didn't work. But I said I already follow enough people.
Motherfucker would not follow me back for shit.
I said,
1,000 followers. Goddamn, I only got 3.
It's a different gimmick now. I don't tell me what y'all doing. But I still had enough people and I still had enough people following me. So I was like, okay, this shit's still popping. But so that's this damn Chloe. So Chloe got cheated on again, and this time.
So how come I didn't catch that story? I've been hearing people say on Facebook, but like I didn't catch that story. Like, why are all the other ones like so big? Tristan cheats. Like, I didn't catch this one. Like, was it on the low?
This one was pretty big because she cheated with Tristan.
The last one I heard, he was like in the club kissing on bitches.
No, he cheated
this time
on kissing on women. I'm sorry.
No, he was kissing on Jordan, on Kylie's best friend.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's who the Jordan girl that been
like her best friend. Oh. Like they live together.
Oh wow.
And you know this shit is all fake.
I was about to say that kind of sounds strange. Like, who the fuck cheats with somebody's best friend?
Yeah, who cheats with somebody that's obviously
I'm gonna tell you who.
One of the friends.
I'm gonna tell you who. Tristan Thompson.
That's risky.
Because Tristan been trying to break up with this chick. Listen, I feel like this. This is one of them situations like Day now. It's one of them situations where dude is like out here like, hey, motherfucker, I'm disrespecting you. And you keep trying to make this shit work. Like, do you see what the fuck I'm doing to you?
Man,
like,
I was rubbing on your mama booty. You still won't leave me?
Listen, that nigga said, look at me. I think that's so cute. Like, what?
So Thanksgiving, this nigga behind her like, yeah. Bitch,
anybody want to
see what? Fuck it. I might well just shoot your ass.
So anybody want to see my dick? I know it's Thanksgiving. Anybody want to see this dick?
I like to propose a toast. Who want to fuck me right now? Right now. Come on up.
Tristan, you're so funny.
Nah,
you
motherfuckers just would not let me leave. I'm not joking.
The mom was like, Tristan, stop. You're just a ball. Anyway, Tristan, put your dick up.
Go get the baby. The baby's crying.
They will not let this nigga leave. You know what? Now that I get this information, I feel sorry for my brother.
That nigga in the house like, motherfuckers, every time I try to get away.
They won't let me leave.
Like
I'm trying to pay child support. God damn.
It's literally.
I got a game tonight. Can I go now? Can I go?
I'm about to have her catch me with 16 bitches.
It's literally been that type of situation in this case because this nigga's just been out here doing, not even apologizing, like doing every and anything, and this nigga keep trying to say we gonna make it work for the baby.
You know why? You know why? For real, I think it is because he's the narrative. Like. At first, it was Kanye. Well, years back, it's other people. But
all them Kardashians need a narrative.
So now she got a narrative where it plays into their lives. He's a black dude. They all want to date the black dude, or they got the little white dude. Didn't one of them kill themselves? I think I heard.
Goddamn.
I heard one of them died, but I didn't hear. Yeah, I don't know if he killed himself or anything.
I mean, like,
and that's why you don't get involved with the Kardashians.
I don't think this one's fake.
Why wouldn't it be fake?
I don't think Jordan got
fake death?
Jada and Will in this shit just because it's. I don't think so.
Jada and Will.
Listen, I think.
Do you remember the Tyrese story?
Listen, and they said they didn't do that shit.
The Jada and Will came out and said they did this shit.
They can, I don't hear them say they did it.
Exactly.
I heard them the fact.
I have no idea what y'all talking about, but it sounds interesting.
I heard them that they said they tried to help him after the fact, but they.
No, I'm talking about this recent time.
No. I heard when he said they gave him money, they came out and said that
when you were just saying Jada and Will.
Who? Yeah, because she was on Red Talk Table. She was with Jada, telling her story.
I was just about to ask y'all. I saw this meme today with Will Smith on it. You know how they did the Nike things when Colin first got signed to the contract, and they had all these like spoof memes.
Yeah,
They had Will Smith like "fuck them Kardashians." It was kind of like straightening up his bow tie. I had no idea where that came from.
Because he basically said it on this. So basically, her dad, because people are acting like she ain't got money. Her dad worked on the Fresh Prince show. Yeah, she come from money. He worked on the Fresh Prince show, and him and Will and everybody became super close.
Quincy Adams, Quincy Jones, his daughter.
No. This her dad is I don't know her dad's name, so I'm not even going to. But I know he passed away. So when he passed away, they were so close that they kind of took Jordan and her siblings in or whatever. So she's coming from money. So when all this shit happened, she said she wanted to be on the Red Talk Table to tell her side of the story, because people were literally threatening her and her siblings. Like her siblings, they like super young. So she was like, I really want to tell my side of the story, tell you what happened. So basically what she said was she fucked up. She didn't fuck dude, but they kissed. She was drunk. He had a party at his house. Him and Chloe don't live together, because I guess they not even together at this time, or they were not together. But they had a party. She went to the house. He was there, of course. He was taking people's phones away. They were just sitting and just chilling or whatever. So then everybody stayed at the party, and she was getting ready to leave. Like at 6 a.m, she was getting ready to leave, and he walked her out, and dude kissed her when he was walking her out. That's what they caught on tape. And she got in the car, like, I guess backed up like, whoa, like then got in the car and she left. So supposedly she came back and told Kylie, her and Kylie got into it, and Kylie kicked her out of the house.
Wow.
But Will said basically like, you young and we all fuck up. We all do fucked up shit. However, he was like, this world's going to try to break you. He was like, we not going to let them break you. He said, we got you. Like, don't worry about it. Like that type of shit. So people took that and saying this world ain't going to break you. They not going to break you.
Yeah.
It's saying like, shit, we got your back. Like, regardless, whatever you need, we got your back. It is what it is. So that was like to say, he was like, the only thing you could do is tell your truth, tell your story. If you fucked up, you fucked up. The only thing you could do is admit it, tell your truth, and then shit, move on. And if anybody else got a problem with it, shit, it is what it is.
I'll say this before we go to the next topic. I don't trust any cheating accusation when it comes to those Kardashians.
Me neither.
Because they capitalize on any and everything. If somebody in their family has diarrhea, they will fucking expose it to make $1 million.
I think that boy really trying to get out of that situation.
I
feel
maybe.
Like, I
think
feel
about
like
the Travis and Kylie situation. Like, okay, I'm not really that aware of Travis's success. Like when he came with the Astro World and all this shit, and he's touring worldwide, I'm like, where this shit come from?
Right.
I had no idea who this motherfucker was. Now all of a sudden, this motherfucker is some star, and now there's accusations of him cheating on a fucking 22-year-old billionaire. Mm-hmm. It's like that shit just seemed fake to me. Not saying that a motherfucker can't get comfortable with who they with, even though she's a billionaire, and try to cheat. But I'm like, if I was and quite honestly, you are the lesser of the two. Why the fuck are you fucking up your meal ticket?
Maybe Kanye.
And you got a baby with it, but that ain't security. Maybe she could pay you a little bullshit spousal support. You get out of here, nigga. She's a billionaire.
Maybe Kanye looked at both of them with the get out eyes. Was like the dude who came out at the party, and then his battery pack got fucked up. That boy was like, "Oh shit, I'm free," and trying to tell them niggas something. Then when he tried to run, and they got his ass.
Well, I guess when a nigga start crying blood, you might take him seriously.
that nigga said, "These motherfuckers."
Like, wait a minute, this nigga just shed a blood tear. Cortez, get our coats. It's time to get the fuck up out of here.
Nigga got blood coming out of his eye?
Bro, I'm telling you what I'm saying, nigga. Get the coats. No,
fuck them coats.
You know what? Fuck the coats. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Keys, nigga. We'll be the dumbasses that had the keys.
I can see this nigga.
Keys. Where the keys? The keys in the coat.
I can really see this nigga. We somewhere I say get the coats. He's like, no, nigga, you need to get the keys.
I was gonna say I did the keys. Get checked in with the coats.
Oh snap! I gotta tell y'all this story.
Get the keys. Look at the keys in the coat. Get the goddamn coats.
Dude, I'm about to tell you this story. I kid you not, this is a serious ass story. Even though I'm gonna laugh at this story, but at the time,
hopefully we will too.
You know what? It's not. You're not gonna laugh.
Damn, is it hardcore?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yesterday, what was yesterday? Friday. Yep. Yesterday.
Today is Saturday.
Yep. So yesterday. Oh, okay.
You must have been off today.
When y'all hear this show, it was on Friday. All right. So on Friday, my son's school got shot up.
Like, but the dude was outside.
Yeah.
That dude, okay.
Yeah, it was on the news.
Okay.
So this is
wait a minute. What school?
So there's a school over in like Mission, Kansas. And
that's all we give them.
Yeah, that's all we can give you.
Well, they gonna know now since you tell them about the fucking story.
So anyway,
pull them out.
So I'm in. So I pull up to the school. It's like 2:40, right? And the cops is like all over the building. They got the yellow tape up. They got news reporters, everything out there, right? And they said it's been a shooting, and I'm scared. I'm afraid. I'm like, at the kids, like, what the fuck is going on? And they was like, they don't know yet, but the building was hit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where's our kids? It's like, all the kids is fine. You know, the police are here, and what you have to do is get in your car, and you have to come into the front and tell the police officer who your kid is. They would go into the classroom, get your kid, and bring them back out, right? So I'm like, okay, so you know how time consuming that is. So I'm in this line, waiting like 30, 45 minutes. Like, yeah, it's scrolling. So I finally
went live while they was waiting. Let's talk about teabagging bitches and motherfucking tax money.
The attendance records in the back and shit. Okay.
You know, this nigga was like, all right, everything serious, everything cool? Teabagging bitches and tax money. I'm going live. Let's talk about it. I be seeing this nigga live video sometimes on the way to work. Like, bro, this dude is fucking crazy.
Rihanna could be on there hating. She be like,
I be like, at work, then I see this shit popping up talking about a live video. Then I see his motherfucking ass. I said, this motherfucker.
Yo, listen.
That goddamn gray peacoat.
I'm going to change out my coat.
I can't stand that goddamn peacoat.
The one that was, the bitch was on the couch like.
Every Christmas, that motherfucker make Cortez Christmas list. Hey, get your man. He won't. Hey, that's why I told Tosh, like, look, I don't give a fuck. Cortez is on the show. He's a cool ass dude. Fuck with him, but don't follow him. If you take any of the nigga Christmas gift suggestions, I'm gonna beat your ass. We ain't never had a fight in our whole relationship. There's never been one punch thrown.
Cortez cover on that shit be like that motherfucking coat collar.
It's always number one. Get this nigga a peacoat. No, I wish the fuck you. If I ever unwrap a peacoat, before I even cuss Tasha out, I'm coming to your house.
What's up with tall niggas in peacoats?
This nigga Ryan gonna look like he from Home Alone with his peacoat. I'm in New York, nigga.
Yeah, you know what? It is two ways to wear a peacoat. For one, you about to break in the house. For two, you go into a casual setting.
Yeah, casual. Yo, let me finish my story, bro.
Okay.
So I'm in line. I'm fifth row. I'm fifth car back. So I'm close as hell to getting my son. Right?
Yeah,
super close.
So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to his mom on the phone. I'm explaining to her what's going on.
Yeah.
And
is she freaking out?
Yeah, she's freaking out. Okay. And next thing I hear is pop, 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 pop. The nigga
in me. Are you serious?
Yo, and the nigga in me, right? drove the fuck off.
Nigga in you?
Yeah, bro. This light skin, don't let the light skin fool you. I drove the fuck off like it was my.
You drive off of you in a line. Did anybody else pull off?
No, nobody else pulled off. I'm looking like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Like, it was coming from behind us.
Hey, your kid in that motherfucker.
Fuck you pull off without your baby.
Nigga, I was thinking in my head. In my head, I was like,
I hope that you get in the back of the line once you collected yourself.
Nigga, in my head, bro, I was like, this nigga's in a safer environment than I am. They got police in there, nigga. Ain't no police in my car. Like, I'm gonna die. Like, if I don't drive off. So I drove off, but I only drove up like past everybody else. Yo, this was the funny part. So I drove past everybody else. The gunshots had stopped, right? So I jump out my car because I'm only thinking about my son now. I'm like, I'm about to go in to get him and then run back out before the gunman come out, right? Not knowing what the fuck is going on, right? So I get out of my car and there's this little white lady. She jumps out the car too, right? And she hides behind her door. Like, she been watching a lot of movies, right? Like, she hides behind her door, right? Then she looks at me and just jets out, right? Like, her door is still open. I'm like, bitch, I'm coming too. Like, I'm jet too. Obviously, she sees some shit that I ain't see behind that goddamn door, man. So I jet out, and then there's like the police officers, they like, get in the building now. Like, everybody's running into the building. So they rush us to the gym. They bring us our kids, and we all sitting there waiting to get released, right? Because obviously they shot some fucking body, right? So we wait like 30 minutes or whatever. They bring us our kids, and then they release us. They said they got it under control, right? And I'm just knowing this motherfucker is dead. Like I look over across the street, and they got the yellow tape up and everything. The ambulance is over there. You know, they got the stretchers and everything, right? So I'm like, he's dead. Later on that day, I find out that the police only shot him in his leg, and he survived. And the reason why I'm upset is because he shot at the fucking police.
They said, die, nigga, die.
Nigga, you got to be kidding me. Like, if go to KCTV 5.
I seen the story.
Look at the story up.
I seen the story.
I promise you, they're not gonna show you the actual footage. They're gonna show you acting like he's shooting at the police or whatever. They're gonna stop it, and they're gonna just hear the background sound, right? You will hear rounds going off. Rounds. No officer was hit. Just the man was hit, and he was hitting his leg. And then after he was hitting his leg, they told him to get down on the ground and put his hands behind his back. Name.
Oh, was he white or black?
He was white. He was white.
Of course. That's why they shot him in the leg.
Shot him in the leg.
That was not. Hey, look, first of all, anybody who follows police brutality, anybody who follows the police culture, period, when they shoot, they're kill shots.
Kill shots.
So there's no reason, if you can't fucking take a black person down by shooting him in the leg, then nobody should be taken down by shooting in the leg.
Right.
Basic training, they teaching you to fucking kill. So, look, I'm glad your baby was cool.
Yeah.
But the police are on some whole shit from city to city, state to state. They will not shoot a black man in the leg.
No matter what he is.
And that's why we're going to move off of this situation to keep this shit lighthearted, because that's when I start spitting. That's when, you know what I mean?
I'm glad your son's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's when I need a new microphone.
It was more traumatic for me, goddamn it. He didn't even know what was going on.
I'm glad your son's okay, but fuck the police, KCPD, whoever the fuck. Don't, if you ain't going to shoot us in the leg, don't shoot them in the leg. Nigga, shoot them in the fucking chest and the head just like you do us.
Now, I do want to say I don't think anybody should die. But if we don't want to die. We don't want to be the only ones dying.
Exactly.
No, like, so you gotta make it
exactly like I said at first. I'm glad your son. I'm glad everybody's kid was okay.
Yeah. Make an example.
But don't fucking take them alive. Them motherfuckers could shoot 6 cops and they be taken alive.
If you shot around a school full of children, dog, I'm sorry. I don't. My sincerity for you is not. Hey, do what you gotta do, because you could have hit any of them bullets. Could have went into a window.
Yeah.
These are children that are sitting, especially, people, period, but these are children that are they barely want to be in school.
Exactly. They excited to be in school.
And then you gotta come with some fuck some shit up.
Gotta come with some raggedy ass shit like that. We gonna go to the next topic because I'm gonna be too fucking pissed.
I'm sorry. And
they about to get off.
That. And they about to get off and eat some noodles. That was the shit, though.
All right, we got to get into this. Now the female version is out. I think like maybe 10 years ago, I remember Mel Gibson made the fucking movie What Women Want, where Mel Gibson could hear what women thought. If he was in an elevator, he would say, this nigga's an ugly ass nigga. I gotta hurry up and get off this elevator. And that was, that was how it works. Taraji P. Henson stars in the new version of, and of course, it's What Men Want. And all right, in the movie, she drinks some kind of magic concoction that one of her friends makes her. After she's tired of being like, I guess she went up for a promotion and a guy got it. And she just wanted, for some reason, she just said, I want to be able to think how men think, but it didn't work like that. She was able to hear what men hear. She was able to hear what men think. And that's the new movie. Now, Bianca's the only female here. I would crack a light-skinned joke, but there's no need for that.
Wow.
There's really no need for that. Like, there's no reason to fucking start talking about light-skinned people because, are we talking about women? All right.
Wow.
Would a woman want to hear? Picture your daily life. You're going about your day. You're waking up, hitting Starbucks before work, maybe doing a little shopping, going wherever you go.
The gym.
And especially in the gym.
I want to hear.
And you could just hear what every man you walked past thought.
For how
Like even if it's not about you, like let's just say he didn't even see you.
No, I get it. The concept of, because the movie What Women Want, dude could hear what every woman was thinking. So it's just in reverse. So
like whether they're even looking at you, whether they're doing what they're doing, you could just hear their thoughts.
For how long? Forever?
I haven't saw the movie.
I seen it.
Is it forever?
No, it wasn't. Well, it would have been, theoretically, it would have been forever, but she had hit her head again.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Would you
So
want
you tell
that?
me if I could be like, boop, and then hear what y'all thinking, then boop that bitch back out.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
You can't control it. Like there's no on-off switch. Like you're going to hear what men think. Like when I wrote this concept down, and this is the reason I wrote it down, is because I was like, this is a good time to discuss this. We all have had girlfriends that say, nah, it's my best friend. We don't think about each other like that. We never thought about having sex. And I always say, look, bitch, you know what the fuck that nigga thinking.
Right.
He just hanging on. He just being cool.
Right.
This man, of course he's going to be your friend until everybody knows that those male best friends, your BFF, your best friend for life, would bang the shit out of them drawers if you gave them a chance.
Let me ask
Would
you.
bang the shit out of them drawers if you gave them a chance.
No,
I just want to know how
Would you bang your best friend?
I'm not with it. I'm not with it.
Look, you got a female best friend?
I do. I got a couple female best friends.
He do.
I won't even ask you the question. It ain't about you.
He already
Okay,
answered.
cool.
No, this is about you. Would you want to hear about everything a man thought?
Yeah.
All of his thoughts.
In this movie, like you said, for her, because she didn't hear it for forever.
Uh-huh.
Even though you can't control it, but to be like her in this movie, yeah.
Yeah.
If I was like her in this movie, would I want to keep this shit forever? Fuck no. I mean, I wouldn't even want to keep.
All right, but in that little bit of time, though, like
I would.
So you would want to. So you wouldn't have any problem just for it.
But again,
just a short amount of time experiencing it.
No, I would. I want to hear that.
So even with best friends, like you wouldn't have a problem with some of the thoughts that may come up.
I want to hear it.
Why?
But some of the, majority of thoughts won't even be about you. You would just be hearing man thinking what man
that's
thinking.
What I'm saying.
No, but hold on. Obviously, that's a light skin version.
Well, no, because you basically
that's a light skin version. Let me give you my version.
But you said that it doesn't have to necessarily be about you. This is just you hearing what men are thinking.
I mean, but there will be men around you. If you have a work boyfriend, you have a BFF, like every man, like not just random men. Like let's condense it down from just random men.
No,
let's go on to outside of.
I get the concept of the concept is here. It's not. It doesn't take that much. The concept is here.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask you two questions before we proceed.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a work boyfriend?
No.
Do you have anything that resembles a work boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Do you have a BFF?
I do.
Okay. This is about to get good. Okay, with your BFF.
Okay.
Would you want to hear, like, now you're hearing every man, like, you have the choice. Hold on. Now, hold on. Because I haven't asked you this question. I haven't asked you this question. I asked you, did you want to hear what every man thinks?
You said.
But now I want to specify. Your BFF. Uh-huh. When you walk into a room, do you want to know the thoughts of your BFF?
I just said yeah, because you basically did say that. You just said with him before Cortez said, when I asked him that, and you said, do you have one? Because you basically just said that every male, just because she's not thinking that way, doesn't mean that he's not thinking that way. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying yeah. But here's the difference, and even for being a man or woman.
No, just answer the question so I can ask you something else.
No, I just did.
You asked the question, so let me say something before you start. What if the day you fucking you eat some kind of magic pineapple,
sorry.
or you have some kind of fucking great drink, and all of a sudden you can hear it? What if you were to walk into that room and your BFF was like, God damn. I can't wait till today. She just let me fucking touch one of them motherfuckers. Or just whatever. Like, would that fuck everything up? And you know I didn't write this shit down for some in general shit. I'm trying to get deep. This is your BFF, and he has sexual thoughts of you every time he sees you.
Not for me. This is okay. Not for me, and I'll say for me. And speaking for myself, I'm not speaking for everybody.
Okay, I get the answer, but the explanation will be more interesting.
I am. I'm going to give you the explanation.
That's why I put it in.
Yeah, if you hold on.
I said more.
I just listen.
It'd be more interesting. I'm popping popcorn.
I just listened to you explain the concept about 50 times. No, reason being is because even though I'm saying I don't think that he does, but
that's where it gets interesting.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Even though I don't think that he does, I will say I wouldn't put it past him as far as being a guy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put it past him as far as thinking like a dude having sexual fucking thoughts when they fucking see a female. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's not shocking to me. Like, that shit is not. And I guess the difference is being with being, like I said, being raised around dudes, like being raised around brothers and shit like that. You fucking know.
No, that's different.
No, this is what I'm saying.
They're raised around brothers. Those are thoughts that your BFF will have.
Ron, since you asked me, can I explain? Okay.
I mean, you start going down a weird path.
But so listen to where I'm going, whether you agree with it or not. Others may agree whether you do or don't.
My bad.
So what I'm saying is, niggas are fucking nasty automatically. So you grow up knowing this shit already in your head. It'd be different if you was like a female who were not used to dudes or were not fucking raised around dudes. Because I know plenty who are and they think certain ways. And I'm like, nah, I don't think. But I'm not a dude. I can't tell you. But I don't think that what you got in your head is really what it is. So that would not be shocking to me. But would I want to hear that? Yeah. But I'm the type of person.
Why would you?
But listen,
all right, never mind.
I'm the type of person that would be okay with hearing it. I just don't want to, like in this movie, since he said he saw it, I just don't want to hear it constantly all the time. But it would be interesting because I think about certain shit. I'd be like, I wonder what it would feel like to be a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you do. We think certain things like, I wonder what that would be like.
Even though I haven't seen the movie, probably tell you the truth. Watch the movie if it's good. And I haven't seen it. Cortez hasn't seen it. If it's good, then let me.
Okay.
In my opinion, a good movie with this concept will show you an accurate depiction of men. And the only reason I say this before Cortez because he has saw it. Just let me say this real shit. Mm-hmm. Every woman I've been with, and we always play. I've always been honest with the people I'm with, and we talk because most of the women I've met have had a male best friend.
Yeah.
And I've always been the person, like, not in a way that I'm jealous of you, but I always joke. I keep shit open, and I think one of the reasons why I could be so open with a woman is because of my sense of humor. I always joke about certain things, and then we start to talk about it. never an argument about it, but like we just talk about the shit or blah blah blah. My best friend or whatever the fuck. But and I'm the type of person who, like, I kind of analyze it when they tell me like best friend. All right, what kind of guy is he? Because I be just trying to size up the dude. Because if you look at me, like I'm the type of person who, like, if I'm single, I'm not gonna be your best friend.
Yeah,
I'm not. Like, we could be cool as fuck. I'm not gonna be your best friend. We are not about to be going out on dates and things like that. I'm just here. I'm our best friend. Like, I'm not that type of person.
Okay.
Not saying that there aren't those type of people,
Right,
but
right.
when I just ask certain questions, it's like some of the ones they don't want to answer because like it may foil the whole concept of a male female best friend. So the reason I brought that up is when females have that perception of like, look, I've never had any sexual thoughts about my best friend. You cannot say that. But what have you heard, like, every time, like, not just random, like, say if you had this power for 2 months.
Yeah, that'd be
and
crazy.
every fucking month,
Yeah.
every fucking day you come in the room, you be like, dude, I could not. But if I had a
Oh,
chance to get on them titties.
That would change that would just change the dynamics of the
Yes.
relationship.
Yeah.
Period.
But women would try to play PC. It was like, dude, if a man...
Not
If you knew now that your best friend was only waiting on them fucking tits to come out,
but not to say
or that
so,
booty to come out,
not to say, but you just said, but,
Or if he cracking jokes about you in his head all the time.
but no, listen,
Like he going hard.
yeah, or
Like, hey,
or that.
but what I'm saying is,
Why did this motherfucker wear that much makeup? Like,
Right.
but what I'm saying is, depending on the type of person, because if you are the type of person, not whether you're a man or not, a man probably couldn't take listening to hearing a woman. Like I said, there's a movie where the dude hear what women think, and he think he the shit. And
yeah, the
women,
Mel Gibson
and
movie.
yeah, women be like, shit, nigga, you know, talking bad about dude, and he like, damn. I thought
And I want to discuss that part too, but I'm asking you that question first.
So it's kind of like I wouldn't mind hearing that. I wouldn't mind hearing that. I guess a person who would worry about like what a person thinks of them or what a person says about them or that bothering them. Like different people are different. Different people are.
I mean, not to the point to where it will bother you, because I think all females, when they get to a certain age, they understand the sexuality of men and female, and they understand that men, like, I mean, well, if you didn't understand, you probably figured out if you heard every nigga, like, dude, we are sexually driven of species. Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, even if we don't present it, like, even if we fucking fall into the category of friends, or even if we say that we're not on that, you know what I mean? If you found that out, like, would that be, like, man, would you be disappointed in your friend? Like, would you, like, if you found out that your boyfriend, if you found out that your BFF was only just what, if you was the type of person, because I'm definitely not. Like, I'm not one of the person, I'm not fucking waiting.
Okay, so here's what.
Like, if this nigga waited 15 years to be trying to hit them draws, would you be disappointed in him?
So here would be my answer. And that would be towards anybody. If it was just if you hear something and you could just say that this is sexual, like there's nothing else that this person is really fucking with you for. Like you said, that would change the dynamics of the relationship.
Right.
If that is the only thing you fucking think about, you know what I mean? If there are not other things that's going off in your head, then of course that'll fuck up the dynamics. But if the regular shit is going through this person's head, but every now and then, or even when they see you, they like, damn, you know, like, okay, I see you, whatever. Then you would be, even in whatever way, then you would be like, this nigga's a fucking horn dog.
That's exactly what I'm saying. See, y'all got to understand a man's dynamics. See, look,
I automatically,
we can love you as a sister. Like, we can love you as fuck as a sister. But when you walk in the room, we not like, I love the shit out of my black sister. This motherfucker so motivated. Look at her slaying walking through this motherfucking door. We could think that.
But I automatically
But we might not be thinking it like just while we were, you know what I mean, with you.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not, as far as my answer still remains the same. My answer still remains the same. I think if anybody had to listen to that. So let me ask you the question. If you could hear a woman, whatever woman, you wouldn't want to hear? Mm-mm. I know you definitely wouldn't want to.
Damn.
All right.
What the hell?
All right, I will tell you this.
I'll tell you why.
I will tell you this. If I was a single man, I would want to hear what every woman has to motherfucking say because, and like, I'm not hurt easily. You know what I mean? Because every person is not going to like you. So if I heard the bad parts, okay, cool. But you're looking for the people that say, all right, I'll probably holler at this nigga. That'll just make it easier for me to get on with a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would rather that.
Yeah.
Like, if I had that shit for a lifetime, okay, cool.
So even hearing the bad, the good, a person saying shit, this nigga ain't shit, or hearing the person like talk, like you said, crack jokes, talk bad, and shit like that, and you think this person is just the coolest motherfucker ever. Like, you think this person, like your friend, shit, and then you hear that person being like cracking on your motherfucking ass.
All right, well, are you just doing an interested dynamic then? Okay. From a male point of view, from my point of view, if it's a friend, then okay, those thoughts, if they're negative, may hurt. Mm-hmm. But as far as the game, as far as out here trapping,
but that's,
you know what I mean? Then I don't really give a fuck what they say, but you want to know, like, if you can get on with this motherfucker. Right. So that would be a little different. So, yeah, all right. I guess it's different. I guess it's different there.
It does. Oh, you want to hear my explanation on why? Mm-hmm. Damn, I ain't gonna forget.
I'm still stuck. Ryan,
that nigga was like, hold on, you're not about to get past this.
Right.
No, I don't want to. The reason why I say that,
keep my ass.
I don't think you would want to, because sometimes, like, so when I listen to you tell stories, right, and you tell stories about females, like, I thought I was doing this shit, and I thought I was doing that shit. The way you talk is like, I possibly could be not all that great, but I don't really want to know that shit.
That is true.
But
I do want to know that shit though. I just want to know it in a good like.
But that's what I'm saying. So
they got the G-rated.
So in these stories, you make it seem like if it's the good shit, you want to hear that shit. But if it's the bad shit, you don't want to fucking hear that.
Nah, just keep it good.
So if you are hearing the realness of what a person got to say, that means you got to fucking hear everything. So it would make sense for you to say.
My feelings would be hurt by some of the shit women, you know.
And then I didn't really want to say that. Your feelings would be hurt.
Yeah, think about that time when you was like, you told a story about you beating up with the chick at the hotel room, right? Like, what if you was hearing her thoughts the whole time you was laying there and you was thinking about making a move or not?
But he would have,
ass, sucker ass. This nigga used to know real bitch. But you pussy ass nigga.
But you would have knew what to do if you heard her. If you heard her, it would have been.
That would be motivation.
But what if when she was saying this, she was like, I would have gave that nigga something, but this nigga, this and that, and he bet not try to touch my ass. I'm gonna smack the shit out of him.
So, I get what you're saying. In the midst of all that going on, she like, he waited too long, even though y'all stood.
All right, well, I'm gonna put this in on the male versus female debate. This is just my opinion. When it comes to men, I've not done the research. I'm just a man. I know how men. Well, I know how I think.
Yeah.
I know how. Just thoughts. You know what I mean? Just things that you could think in your head and they're safe, like they're locked away. You don't need a key. You don't need a combination. That's what you can think. It's, you know what I mean? It's free. But and only because of the world, you know, only because of the way I've been brought up or whatever the fuck, men, period. When you walk up to, like, let's just say you go to Quick Trip. When you look at certain females, like, immediately men just fucking look at and I don't know how women think. I'm about to ask that before we wrap this show up. I know with me, the way I think, like, you can walk, and I'm in a relationship. And that's another thing that I was always say, that if this was real, like, you can, let's just say your girlfriend can hear your thoughts. Mm-hmm. You can't get mad at me because when I look at a motherfucker, like, like, that motherfucker probably be bouncing like a motherfucker when I'm behind that motherfucker. Or whatever the fuck. Like, you just can't, you know what I mean? You can't condemn me because of that. But when I think of females, I can't think for them. I can't think like them. Like, I don't know if females walk into a Quick Trip and there's 6 niggas in there and they find which one would be like, shit, if this nigga was pounding the shit out of me, you know what I mean? Boy, I'd love for this nigga to be pounding me. Like I don't know if females think like that.
Hands, because people think it's the feet, but it's the hands. Let me check that nigga's hands. Are they short? Or them motherfuckers long and thick? Them motherfuckers got.
So is that how females think?
Fuck it. Listen, you know what? This is what I say about being a female. Listening to men talk. Mm-hmm. I feel like females and males will be hurt by certain shit because I feel like a lot of men are, I won't say in denial. A lot of females do not open up and really say how the fuck they feel or what they think because they don't want to come off looking bad or they don't want people to think like, oh, she think like this. Females think like that shit too. I'm just free and open and say that I do. Females think like that shit too. They just don't want to be looked at a certain type of way. So if men had this power to hear what the fuck females was really saying, like, cause dudes will have a girl and they be like, shit, I know my girl ain't really fucking with no, or looking at no other nigga or do.
I'm not one of those.
But I'll hear a lot of dudes be like, you know, they're secure. Like they think they look at women with fat asses and like a woman won't look at a dude that's like 6'6", built, like looking fucking fly and shit. Like, shit, I'm cool because I know my woman. Yes, she is. She's thinking about elephant trunk. She's thinking about, listen, how that motherfucker's probably in that bitch, like, hitting it. Like,
one thing before you finish, I got to say this. Last weekend when y'all came down, my girl was up in Topeka working a little Boosie concert.
Right.
And like I said, I always bring things up in a joking manner, and I'm glad I have that ability. I always joke. And I was joking with her like, shit, are you up there working the cash register? What if Lil Boosie had walked up to you? And I joke with it just to figure out real answers. But she knows me by now. She always tells the truth. And we have a open and honest relationship.
See, that's the shit.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there. Like, I don't hide the fact, but check out what she said, though.
What?
Like, check out what she said, though. She basically was like, look, Lil Boosie don't do nothing for me. Like, now, nigga, and these are her words. Now, nigga, if I was working a motherfucking Rick Ross concert, you might have had some problems. You know what I mean? Like, she'll come out and tell me, like.
That's my homie.
Yeah, dude. And people don't realize that when you being open and honest, and when a person is really fucking with you, and they being honest, like, don't get mad at the shit. Just listen to it.
But what
she said somebody else too. It wasn't just Rick Ross. I can't even fucking remember. But she was like, "Look, nigga, Lil Boosie don't do nothing for me."
But let me ask
you. But if it was a Rick Ross concert, you might have had to call in 5 minutes.
Let me ask you this. Let's say you had the hearing power, right?
Yeah.
And in reality, Lil Boosie was somebody that she had talked to.
I mean,
then
that would be a problem because he's lying now.
So this is what this is what I mean. This is what I mean by still.
I mean, when a motherfucker go from Lil Boosie to Rick Ross, they being honest.
right.
But listen.
Nigga, I don't find no discrepancies in that.
But listen.
I'm like, nigga, shit, nigga, I don't want no motherfucker Beyonce. Now you bring Oprah in this motherfucker.
Right.
Nigga, you gotta fucking respect what they telling you.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The same way you saying shit like how women feel like, no, I know this person, they wouldn't feel like that, they wouldn't do that shit. That's vice versa. Mm-hmm. That's vice versa. Like, we could all sit up here and say, and not saying that they not, but that's the same thing. We could all feel comfortable with who we, even family members, we could all feel comfortable saying, shit, that nigga keeping it real with me. I know they are, because this is how they are. They real. Yeah. And then you get that hearing power, you be like, motherfucker. You've been thinking about this shit the whole time.
Bust your ass over this shit.
You crack that shit over something. Listen, when I see people crack bottles, I'll be like, oh, shit, it's about to get thick up in this bitch.
Right.
Hey, one thing I will say, I guess I'm glad that people can't hear what people think. and maybe if they're little lies or whatever the fuck, but as long as it stays in your head, because I guess if you could hear what people think, then fantasies would just be out of the window.
That is true. It would take
because there's nothing wrong with fantasizing.
So for 24 hours, if you could have the hearing power, everybody at this table, for only 24, and that's it, you can have the hearing power. And then it's automatically going to go away as soon as 24 is up. Would you stay up the whole day or go to sleep?
I'm going to let Cortez answer first.
I don't got it.
No?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Not one piece?
I say you don't want it? Like you wouldn't want to be involved in it? You wouldn't want 24 hours?
Okay, so it's automatic.
So you saying...
It's given to you. Like, you're going to get it, period. But you can sleep through this whole time or you can stay awake and interact with people. Which one you doing?
I would stay and interact with people.
So you were here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only reason why is because if I can't beat it, I just join them. You saying I'm gonna hear it regardless.
Oh, okay, so this won't work for you. So change because you may not want to sleep. I ain't going to sleep 24 hours. Okay, so
right.
you can say yes or no to 24 hours.
I would say no.
Ron? Yes or no to 24 hours?
Or this is my position now or
nope.
Now or single?
Now, right now.
If it was now, I wouldn't want it.
Okay.
And the reason I say this, let me get this out before you choke me. Before you choke me out, like, nigga, I only asked you one question. I wouldn't want it now because maybe you wouldn't be able to distinguish. You wouldn't be able to distinguish what's fantasy and what you really want to do. Mm-hmm. Like, what if I woke up and just heard my girl thinking? Because you don't know what's going on in another person's mind.
Yeah.
They can think about shit all the time. Like when she's in here cooking and fucking Lloyd or Maxwell or whoever the fuck is playing. Mm-hmm. Like, man, like what if I hear she and they're thinking about, boy, Maxwell probably hit his ass great. Yeah. You know what I mean? This nigga, I'm sure this nigga got more swag with his dick than Ron.
He said, Ron's old dick.
Right.
That nigga just the right age for that dick swag. You know what I mean? What if I'm hearing that I'm in the fucking living room playing Madden? It's like you can't distinguish what's just fucking being thought, you know, what are just thoughts and what is just actual goals.
That's when you say, Alexa,
you know what
play
I mean?
Maxwell. So she'll be like, I gotta stop thinking around this nigga.
Exactly. Like you open Facebook, like you fucking mention Fashion Nova and all of a sudden here it is in your news feed. You know what I mean? And I would say as a man in a relationship, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Only because me now, I'm a sensitive.
So you
because before I was in a relationship, I wasn't sensitive. I don't give a fuck what you think. So, like you could be like, oh shit, here come this ugly nigga, or you could be like, this nigga ugly, but he look like he can pound some pussy. You know what I mean? Because chicks think like that. So you know what I mean? I will be all open for single things, but I would think that if you have a significant other, and certain thoughts would probably hurt the fuck out of your feelings.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm being honest with that. Yeah. I wouldn't want to hear.
All right.
Because I don't want to be fucking. What the fuck are you crying about? Nothing. You can't tell him.
I'll be in there like he can hear you. All your thoughts again.
You know you was frying that chicken. That nigga heard everything you was saying.
I'm like, he told me. I would. So this is interesting. This is like this is interesting.
Yeah, and so fuck.
My friends list gonna be empty like a motherfucker.
Did you say yes or no?
I said yeah. I said and I would. I want to hear.
So we got 2-1, and only the female will want to hear.
Listen, you'll be like Bianca. you only got 42 friends. I'll be like, I know shit. I heard some shit, bitch talking down. I had to get rid of some bitches, you know what I'm saying?
That just goes to show you how powerful females are.
The bitches plotting on my game, you know?
Because you don't care, because you know. And basically, to tell you the truth, before we get the fuck out of here, women are safer. Y'all safer. I gotta say this: women are safer.
You know what? Just think if a female was in a relationship, and I say this. Think of it if a female, the same way with you. A female's in a relationship with a dude, right? Mm-hmm. And she's thinking, shit popping off, you know what I mean? I know we arguing sometimes, but shit going good. Going good. You know what I'm saying? Then she get the the ear power in her head. And that motherfucker be like, shit, if it wasn't for these motherfucking kids, I'd be out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And in her head, she's really thinking, no, we're good. Like, we have normal arguments and shit, but we don't have nothing crazy that's like a deal breaker or we need to go. Just regular like shit. You know what I'm saying? Why is the sink still dirty? Shit like that.
Right.
But in her head, but she really hear this nigga like, shit, I really don't want to be here. Or if I had other options, shit, I really wouldn't be here. Or I am here, but I'm only here out of the sake of the kids or out of the sake of because we already married. That would be the same fucking shit too. Like a lot of female, and that's why I'm saying male or female, it depends on the person. Because if you are, like you said, back in the day, without being in a relationship, you would want to hear that. Yeah. Being in a relationship, you wouldn't want to.
Just to make it easier to slide in.
You wouldn't want to. But there are females who how many females do you hear tell their man, like, tell me the truth. All I want to know is the truth. I can handle it. And then when she get here, you know, she hear the truth. She can't handle that shit. Yeah. So it's not just because a person says that doesn't mean that they can. Mm-hmm. It's just depending on what type of person you are. If you're the type of person that could be like, shit, well, nigga, roast, we can roast all day. Or if you like me, then I mean that's cool. You know you a hoe, or you this or you that. Like, I'm cool with that. But if you are the type of person that's like, shit, nah, that shit'll fuck me up mentally. You know what I mean? Like, that'll mentally fuck me up hearing people how, or even being a little bit like self-conscious, like, I don't want to fucking hear that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's normal. That's normal. Who really want to hear a whole bunch of bad shit about them fucking selves.
Yeah,
Nobody.
unless you just thought you were just 100% the shit.
Right. Nobody. And even
like anybody who just felt like, okay, I'm a regular dude, I'm a regular chick.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people who wouldn't want to hear it. One example before we leave up out of here, and this has nothing to do with special powers. When y'all came in when we did the podcast last week, Tasha was up there working a little boozy concert. I don't know if she would have kicked Little Boozy or what.
Then they said, "Don't get me started."
I don't know. I don't know because she had VIP. You know, her people brought them, so she had access to the nigga. I don't know if she would have talked to them. I don't know.
Tasha in the video. I'd be like, we ain't gonna show Ron. That looks like her.
I have no idea. But
Big Cortez be sitting over here, you be like, what you watching? I'm like, hey,
look at Tasha. Ain't that a bet? I mean, the crazy thing is, and the only reason I know this is because I've been locked out of my phone. Like, I can get into an Android phone even when it got a lock up.
Yeah.
Tasha has 2 phones.
This nigga Ryan, he's
two
proud of that shit.
No, yeah, because I've been trying to get into mine. You know what I mean? Every day because like she didn't even have an LG phone when I got with her. Like, you know what I mean? Well, because of her, but like I had to get into my phone because I fucked up some kind of way. But like Tasha had left her other phone here, and me being the type of person that I am, and it's just like about you don't want to hear what women are thinking. I didn't try to get into that phone because I saw, dude, I swear to God, we need to have a show about this. Every fucking person in a relationship, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I know most. If your significant other leaves the phone, whether it's a primary phone or a phone that they just got off and they got a new one, and it's sitting there right in front of you, this person will not be back for hours, maybe a day. And it's there. I left the phone alone,
bro. A lot of willpower.
I left the phone alone because I'm like, dude, sometimes you could look at some shit and take it way out of context just because of the fucking replies or whatever the fuck. Like, I ain't gonna say, I'm like, yeah, I want to fuck you. Yeah. Nah, motherfucker, you cheating. But if it's just some shit where motherfucker conversating, like, long story short, I didn't want to be jealous enough to look for shit because if you find some shit and get pissed.
Yeah, you get pissed and you're not leaving anyway.
Yeah, and it's for no reason. Yeah. So when I saw her phone right there, I just left that motherfucker there. When she came back, I'm sure she knows she left it. I mean, we talked like 50 times when she was gone. Mm-hmm. But I didn't go through the motherfucker. I ain't try to get in the motherfucker because I could have got in the motherfucker. Mm-hmm. It's just like certain things are just meant to be left like they are.
Right.
So I left her fucking phone right there, and I played Madden all night. When she finally got here, it was like maybe fucking 4 o'clock in the morning because she was at the Tasha got ratchet. Like she was, she worked the concert and then she went to the after party. She didn't get here till like 4 or 5.
I'm not talking to her. Tell me why she was.
I mean, not ratchet. Well, I don't. Hopefully, not ratchet.
She could have told me. I would have. She would have been like, Bianca. Nah, she went to see Bootsy.
I mean, she was actually like she was up there working like I guess the alcohol counter or whatever, and then she she worked the after party. I guess her people brought her. So when I talked to her last, she was like, "I'm at the after party frying chicken," and if you know Tasha, I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck are you doing at the after party?" Uh-huh. But I didn't go into all that because I don't. You know what I mean? I trust her and I don't care, but I don't want to see certain things, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to just say that you're cheating. Like, no. So, all right. Hey, go see the movie. I'm going to see it. We saw Mel Gibson's version. It was good. So, hopefully this one's good. Cortez saw it. So, I guess you got...
It's a C.
2 thumbs up. 5 popcorn bags.
No,
three popcorn bags. Okay.
That's good enough.
Out of 5.
3 popcorn bags, so that means don't go see it. Stay home and fry some chicken.
So women gonna say it's a 4. So,
all right, we've taken up enough of your time. We got